Familiar with a Viking funeral?
Yes.
Basically going to take both of those losses against Perry and Pinnacle, these teams, and set them on fire, put them on a boat, and send them out to the ocean.
Okay.
They got to forget about those last two games. They got to step up defensively. Both teams gave up 49 points last game. Now, there's going to be a big matchup. Look out for Keyshawn White and Jalen Goodman.
All right, we'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we will have kickoff between Desert Vista and Basha. You're watching Game Time on YurView.
When the day turns into night, my hash browns turn into my new $3 munchie mashups. Crispy hash browns, tasty white cheese, mashed up with your choice of savory egg and bacon, buffalo chicken and ranch, or jalapenos and bacon. Each for just $3. Why? Because everything gets more interesting at night. Vampires wake up, werewolves come out, and the boogeyman gets his boogie on. So try my delicious $3 munchie mashups and keep the party going until the sun comes up. Ooh, $3 munchie mashups from Jack in the Box.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. Oh, man, this is so good to be on.
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Welcome back to Game Time on YurView as we get set for kickoff between Desert Vista and Basha. And Basha won the coin toss but deferred to receive in the second half. So the Bears will set to kick it off, and it will be number 1, Ty Sifferman. Basha, their all-black uniforms, back to return for Desert Vista. Number 5, Keyshawn White, as well as Austin Warbelow, and we are underway. And that ball will go through the end zone. It will be a touchback, and Desert Vista will start from their own 20-yard line. Here's your Jack in the Box starting lineups. Come try the new $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo with double the cheese and double the chicken, plus curly fries and a drink for only $3.99. Only at Jack in the Box, limited time only. Desert Vista with the new senior quarterback, Derek Klein. And there's James Stagg, Armand, the man you talked about off the top of the show, the tight end, All-State last year. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Great blocking up front and picking up about 8 yards on the carry for Desert Vista is number 8, Tyson Grubbs.
Yeah, Tyson Grubbs, just a nice little handoff. Good blocking up front. Good start by Desert Vista. They almost pick up a first down.
There's a good look at the numbers for Klein. Handoff, and that's going to be a first down for the Thunder. And more on the quarterback, Derek Klein. He transferred in from Galena High School in Nevada back in January. He was a 2-year starter at Galena High as a sophomore and junior as a run-oriented offense, but he's been showing the college recruits his arm. Just recently received an offer from Brown to go along with offers from San Diego, Idaho, and Morehead State. Another run up the middle. Tyson Grubbs is a fumble on the ground. Looks like Basha's recovered, and they have. Coming up with the ball, number 93 for the Bears. That's going to be Jax Jensen with the recovery.
Yeah, you see the good run blocking by Desert Vista's offensive line. Tyson Grubbs looked like he was going to pick up another first down, but bad ball security by him. Good defensive tackling by Basha with the turnover. Big turnover for Basha.
Jax Jensen, the senior, 6'2", 225, gives the Bears great field position at the Desert Vista 41-yard line. Big turnover by the Bears defense to get things going. Take a look now at the Basha offense. Storm Mendoza, the weak side linebacker, number 27, leads the team in tackles with 22. And we'll get a look at that Bears defense again later on as Basha offense. As the pass goes incomplete, the intended receiver for the Bears was number 8, Baron Miles.
Yeah, when we talked to Rich Wellbrook before the game, he said that they're going to go pretty fast pace. So they're going to try to see what Desert Vista can bring defensively. They're going to try to wear them out.
Collins looking for his receiver, Baron Miles. That ball goes incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for Basha. And it looks like the Bears are going to go for it with the ball at Desert Vista's 41-yard line.
Yeah, you have to figure that'd be kind of a squandered opportunity if Basha couldn't pick up the first down and couldn't score off that turnover that they made earlier.
Collins drops back, looks left, has a receiver, can't find him. Ball falls incomplete, and the Bears turn it over on downs.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a mix-up between the quarterback and the wide receiver. The quarterback looked like he wanted him to go a little bit further to the outside towards the sideline, but he started to go towards the inside, fade into the defense, and unfortunately for Coach Wellbrook, his incomplete pass. Turnover on downs.
Let's now take a look at that Basha defense, and it is Storm Mendoza who leads that Bears unit on the season with 22 tackles. And you got the Quinn brothers that transferred in from Hamilton as well. Klein out in the flat, finds his man Keyshawn White. Nice pickup there for the Thunder. We got a penalty flag on the play though.
Be interested to see what the penalty is, but the first pass of the night for the Desert Vista Thunder as they went ahead and ran that little bubble screen to Keyshawn White. Keyshawn did a nice job picking up close to a first down, but let's see what the flag is.
And it's going to be a holding against Desert Vista. And there's your AI referees here for tonight's game: Bob Ferreira, Drew Metcalf, Dave Seifert, Rome Martinez, and Randy Funk.
After the catch, holding, number 3 on the offense. Spot foul, 10 yards, repeat, first down.
You know, that was unfortunate. He caught that on Dominic Shepardson. I don't know if that block was necessary to go ahead and spring him, because I thought he was going to go ahead and pick up close to a first down without that.
Klein in shotgun, twin receivers left and right. Throws it out to his man, Dominic Shepardson. Gets back some of that yardage.
Pass complete to Shepardson.
Shepardson, the junior, had a pair of catches for 30 yards in their season opener against Perry.
Yeah, you have doubles on the bottom of the screen, bottom of the field. Just a quick hitch to Shepardson. He was able to go ahead and at least get back the original yardage plus some, making it a second and relatively short.
Messiah Williams in on the tackle for Basha. Bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Thunder. Shepardson in motion. There's going to be movement on the line.
Play a game on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
And before the movement, delay of game against the Thunder. Dan Hines not overly happy with that.
No, Coach Hines can't be pleased. I mean, his offense is moving the football, but they've had some crushing penalties, and of course they lost some football the last possession, which they were moving the football pretty effectively on the ground. So they got to correct their mistakes. That was one of the things that he talked about that hurt them so much in the previous game against Perry, was their mistakes.
Dan Hines seeing how his defense and offense respond after their season opening loss to Perry. 2nd and 8. Up the middle once again for the Thunder is Tyson Grubbs.
Yeah, it looks like they like to go Tyson Grubbs right up the gut of that offense, go up against that defense and 11 personnel. And this kid keeps his feet moving. He continuously moves the football forward, but again, they've got to stop the penalties.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6 for Desert Vista from their own 45. Klein finds his receiver. It's James Stagg. And he's going to pick up the first down. James Stagg, Armand, as you mentioned off the top, All-State as a tight end last year.
You know, they consider James Stagg the number one tight end here in the state of Arizona. You're just going to see just a drag a slant route across the middle of the field. And you look at how big this kid is. He's a classic tight end. That's something a lot of colleges salivate at, because there's not that many true tight ends anymore.
And it's another carry for Tyson Grubbs. He's been a bit of a workhorse here early on for the Thunder.
You know, they're not afraid to use him, apparently. He's just got to have good ball security. This kid is effective with the football in his hands.
Messiah Williams with his second tackle of the night, and Grubbs now already with 5 carries and 24 yards. Klein drops back, looking deep down the middle, has his receiver, hauling it in for the touchdown. Jake White, 44 yards. The Thunder are on the board.
He just ran that seam post route. I mean, it was just good play action pass there. Good delivery by the quarterback. Jake momentarily bobbled it. Looked like he was going to drop it, but good concentration on his part to go ahead and haul it in for the touchdown as they blew right by the defense. I don't know what the secondary was looking at, but there was clearly a mistake on the defense. You see 19 there in pursuit. That was Kendrick Jamison. He got burnt. Maybe his eyes were in the wrong place.
Jake White showing those great hands that head coach Dan Hines spoke of to us earlier in the week. Extra point. It is wide right, no good. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Desert Vista leading Basha by a count of 6-0. Stay tuned for more game time on YurView after the Circle K Polar Pop timeout.
Ford was the only company that we really wanted to go with. Their reputation, the credibility that they have, Sanderson has that. Sanderson Ford does a really good job with their start team. They got with each one of my kids and sat in the car with them, went over every detail of the car. And for them to take the time with each one of my kids and go over every little detail in the car, that's pretty unique.
Ford, America's best-selling brand. Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
Welcome back to the Game Time Game of the Week on YurView. And it was Jake White with the 44-yard touchdown reception that gives Desert Vista the 6-0 lead. Thunder quarterback Derek Klein throwing a beautiful ball to White for the touchdown, and a great job as well by the offensive line for Desert Vista. Gave Klein plenty of time to find White.
You know, they're doing a great job not just protecting Klein, as far as standing back there, reading his, going through his progression reads, but they're also doing a good job run blocking. So they've come out and been successful. Said it's just been penalties that perhaps prevented them from scoring earlier in the game, but so far so good for Dan Hines.
Matt Lewis to kick it off for Desert Vista. It is high and short. It's on the ground. Caused a little trouble there for Basha. As we now take a look at the Jack-in-the-Box starters. And we now look at the Desert Vista defense. James Stagg, we saw him as the tight end. Now we're going to see him as the defensive end. A couple other guys to keep an eye on. Caleb Humphrey, as well as Garrett Chavez there for the Thunder defense. Dan Hines is hoping to see some better production from them as opposed to what they saw in week 1, where they gave up 49 points to Perry. But then again, Perry's got that incredible quarterback in Brock Purdy. And tonight they're facing Colin Collins, the junior. And there is nothing happening there up the middle for Jet Campbell.
Yeah, so far they've been a little bit stagnant offensively. Now, we talked to Rich Welbrock. He mentioned for the start of the game that he was going to go ahead and try to start at a rapid pace, but it kind of backfired on him a little bit in that first possession offensively. We'll see if he continues to try that.
Second down and 10. Collins looks left, throws left. Had his receiver, Ty Sifferman, but he couldn't hang on to it. Dan Hines and his crew with an early 6-0 lead. Thanks to Jake White's 44-yard TD catch. Armand, 6 plays, 59 yards in just over 2 minutes.
Pretty efficient, I'd say, as far as the second drive.
Basha offense early on. 5 passes for no yards, 1 run, no yards. And there is a pick 6 for Desert Vista. Number 25 for the Thunder. Austin Werbelow, 29-yard return. And the Thunder come out storming.
Back on the scoreboard, you see Austin Werbelow. I was looking at that play. He was reading that the whole time. The ball was just deflected by Jalen Goodman. He wasn't able to bring that in. But good job, good concentration on the field by Austin Werbelow. And had he caught that, he would have probably tackled him immediately. I don't know if he would have picked up the first down, but great hands by him and great anticipation.
Desert Vista jumping out all over Basha. And we've got some penalty flags flying from every direction.
Prior to snap, illegal substitution on the defense. Penalty be enforced half the distance to the goal. Repeat the untimed down.
Well, Rich Welbrock's squad maybe a little shell-shocked here early on.
A little bit, yeah, I'd say so. Now it looks like they're going to go ahead and go for 2. Since they missed that first extra point attempt, see if they can go ahead and get the 2-point conversion, make this a 14-0 score.
And it looked good early on for the Bears because they got the early turnover. Their defense came up with a big play, but weren't able to get anything out of it offensively. Desert Vista marches down the field, and they get a pick 6 of their own.
You know, and I got to wonder if, if that had anything to do with Coach Welbrock's plan to go ahead and speed up the tempo of the pace of the offense.
Desert Vista with the penalty decides to go for 2. They hand it off to Tyson Grubbs, and he gets stacked up. 12-0 Basha.
There he goes, trying to throw that slant route. Ball's deflected off Jalen Goodman's hands. He just didn't come up with it. Yeah, Austin Werbelow makes him pay.
Werbelow with the big play there for Desert Vista. Now let's take a look at our Phoenix Children's Hospital injury report. Phoenix Children's Hospital, Arizona's best children's hospital. And right there for Desert Vista, Chris Garcia, his Achilles. Now he was slated to be the Thunder's starting running back, so he is banged up. And then also Michael Lansky with the ankle injury. And then for Basha, number 65, Jake Smith with what looks like a hockey injury, upper body injury. He is questionable. We're not going to get specific with that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the neck or the shoulder.
You'll see that during the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, you do.
Hockey.
Yeah. Not too often you see that in football.
They give you minimal information.
Yeah.
As you see Garcia right there with the hat on backwards, number 32, who has got the Achilles injury. Partially torn Achilles tendon a month ago. He had 159 yards on the season last year, the senior. Dan Hines hoping to get him back at some point here in the near future. Another short kick, hauling it in for the Bears, Jet Campbell. There's going to be another penalty flag.
Penalty flag on the play.
A lot of laundry here early on, Armand.
Yeah, we've had our share. They've had their fair share of penalties so far in this game. It's been kind of an unclean game, but Desert Vista, they've taken advantage of the opportunities that Basha's given them.
For Basha, this is their 3rd game. You'd think some of these issues would be cleaned up by now.
You would really think that some of these issues would be cleaned up, but this is a team they've struggled over the last couple of years, and that's the reason why they brought in Welbrock. But this is a process. It's going to take some time for them to go ahead and get this team back to their winning ways, back to their old tradition.
Number 21 on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot at the end of the run. First down, Basha.
So another penalty for Basha. And let's look at the total yards so far here for Armand. And who do you think's winning the game?
Yeah, just look at the total yards. Are you kidding me? I mean, Basha, they gotta get some momentum here offensively. They gotta start picking up some first downs, or else this could be a really long night. I mean, they just suffered a 49-3 loss against Pinnacle their last game. They want to try to get some. They want to try to get some momentum. They gotta start this possession right here. You don't want to go 3 and out, or God forbid, get another turnover and give the ball back to Desert Vista.
And Basha has the quarterback that can make things happen in Colin Collins. Let's recognize our Valle Luna Scholar Athlete of the game. Valle Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. It's great to have Janie, Bill, and the crew from Valle Luna on as a sponsor of high school football this season. Caleb Humphrey has a 3.97 GPA for Desert Vista, taking senior honors classes including finite and brief calculus. He runs the 400 on the track team and has volunteered by helping coach Pop Warner football and helping with track meet setup. Jared Gertis checks in with a 4.51 GPA. He throws the shot and discus on the track team, is in NHS and Science is Fun Club, and volunteers for Feed My Starving Children and reads to kindergartners and second graders at Navarrete Elementary School. Great work by those two young men, making a difference out in the community. And a great start on the drive here for the Bears as Colin Collins finds Ty Sifferman.
That's exactly what they needed. Get some momentum, pick up the first down, keep those sticks moving. Now they got to see if they can at least continue to matriculate this football down the field, get it up past the 50-yard line, get themselves in scoring position.
There's Collins' numbers from this season. Remember, he played about half a year last year with the Bears when Ryan Kelly went down with an injury, so he got quite a bit of experience last year as a sophomore.
Absolutely, and they're going to lean heavily on this kid. Go ahead and try to get them back on a winning track. But so far tonight, he's had some communication problems between he and his wide receivers.
And his wide receivers haven't helped him a whole lot. 3 drops here already as Collins tries to find Sifferman once again.
Yeah, and he had pressure in his face. And he had to go ahead and throw that. He overthrew that football. It was fortunate. That ball could have easily been picked off. He's got to have better protection from his offensive line.
And he keeps looking towards Ty Sifferman, the junior wide receiver. This is a guy, baseball player as well. As a sophomore last year, he was second team All-State. Hit .433 with 9 triples. And Collins looks his way again. So this guy's a terrific all-around athlete, Sifferman.
He is a good athlete, and he continues to look towards him. But again, there's some timing issues between he and his wide receivers as he slightly overthrew him again, and it's 3 and out. After they picked up the 1 first down, they just couldn't extend this drive.
That's going to force Basha to punt, 4th and 10. Ball looks like it got tipped by Desert Vista. The ball is going to roll to about the 39-yard line. A 26-yard punt. It was Austin Werbley. We saw him with the pick 6 just a few moments ago.
Yeah,
got a great rush on the punt.
He's been all over the place. See, Justin Quinn, it's fortunate that that ball wasn't just completely swatted. Take a look at the timing there. Werbley actually just missed it. He did deflect it, and they got a fortuitous bounce, actually, to get it past the 50-yard line, just inside their 40. Very fortunate for Basha. It's a kind of a slow snap, not the best snap, and not the best protection by that special teams unit. They still have a lot of issues they got to clean up.
So the Thunder take over from their own 39-yard line. 7:21 remaining. Desert Vista leading Basha 12-0. And we got whistles down on the field. And it's going to be a timeout by Desert Vista. Dan Hines wants to talk things over with his team.
Desert Vista. That's their first timeout of the half.
And we're now going to hear from Basha head coach Rich Rolbrock about the challenges of taking over this Bears program.
You know, there's always things that are done a little differently than you would have done anywhere you go. I don't know necessarily if they're challenges. I've had so many positive things from our administration and from the district that have, really helped us, help this evolution of the program and to move forward. So the challenges, you know, mainly are just getting all the staff together and getting them, you know, getting as many guys on campus and really having the kids understand that we're really invested in them and what they're doing.
Now, Coach Wellbrock, this is a guy who knows about winning. The 7 previous years at Desert Edge, 64-14, had 5 seasons of 10-plus wins, had that state championship in 2015. So he knows what it takes to win. And wide open once again, getting behind the Basha secondary. This time it's Dominic Shepardson. The Thunder strike again, 61 yards. Desert Vista is just rolling right now.
You know, Chris, that was just an absolute breakdown defensively, and that was because he had so much time to sit back and take a look and read the defense. Look at the protection that they give Derek Klein here as he just sits back. One tick, 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 tick. Finally finds his wide receiver, Dominic Shepardson, wide open. And again, just an absolute breakdown defensively. But you know what? When you give a quarterback that much time, and he got the talent that he's got on the offensive, as far as the offensive front, as wide receivers are concerned, you're gonna get beat. You cannot allow him to read defenses like that much time. Way too much time.
There's a good look right there at Dominic Shepardson. He's getting some high fives and congratulations. Derek Klein showing that great arm he's got.
He does. He's got a big time arm, man. A great protection so far. I mean, this looks like practice. Looks like 7-on-7 out there. It really does. His shirts. I don't know if he's going to get a stain on his shirt all night long.
How does Desert Vista get 2 receivers that wide open behind the secondary here in the first quarter? You know, they're 5 yards behind everybody.
Absolutely, and this is a part of the struggle that Rich Wellbrock has got ahead of him. They're going to have to teach these kids. You got to get depth. You got to be the deepest man on the football field, especially when plays start to break down like that. If your defensive front can't apply pressure to the quarterback, you got to continue to get depth. Be the deepest man on the football field, or you're going to continuously get burnt like that.
Desert Vista quarterback Derek Klein already here with 7-11 remaining here in the first quarter. 5 of 5, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, Basha doesn't do something right here, right now. The route could really be on. This game could get out of hand and ugly tonight.
Matt Lewis kicks it away. On the return here for the Bears, Jevin Grimes, and there's another penalty flag.
And you know, I think that's going to be on number 20, Trayvon Offit, the special teams. He absolutely lit up. He lit somebody up. That's where they threw the flag.
During the return, we have a personal foul. Blindside block, number 26. That play out to be enforced from the foul. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Basha.
Okay, it was actually Messiah Williams with that absolute blow-up hit. That was on Trayvon Offit. Just a beautiful block. I thought it was actually clean. Maybe they flagged him for hitting him too hard. But he absolutely lit him up. Yeah, he got blind. He got a blindside block, so I guess technically you can't do that. But I personally, you know, back in my day, we used to. That was a good hit.
That was a very good hit. But regardless, the Bears now start from their own 7-yard line. Now get it out to the 10. On the carry was Jet Campbell. Now Campbell last week, Coach Wellbrock said he did a great job of squaring up his shoulders and putting his foot in the ground and turning upfield.
And he's going to have to do that tonight.
2nd down and 7 for the Bears from their own 10. Collins finds his receiver. It's going to be a short gain by Jalen Goodman.
Pass complete to Goodman.
Goodman, he's a guy that runs a 4.6 40, so they get him the ball in space. He can make some things happen.
The kid's got a little bit of a motor on him. You know, baby steps right now. They're 3rd and manageable. They got to pick up this first down. Don't give the football back to Desert Vista. Last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give them great field position.
And Basha's defense would like a little bit of a break as well. They've been on the field most of the game so far. Collins looks right, goes deep, looking for his receiver, Sifferman, and almost goes over the top of Warbelow to pull it in, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, he's been relying and leaning heavily on Sifferman. That was just a 50-50 ball. It could have went either way. You know, Austin Werbelow did a really good job defending it. He went ahead and almost played center field, so to speak. You see him locate the football. Take a look, almost like he's playing center field. Goes up just a 50-50 ball, and it goes incomplete. Good defense again by Desert Vista, and they're going to get the ball back, probably in good field position.
Basha set the punt from their own goal line, and getting it away is Justin Quinn. It's going to be a fair catch there by White. It's going to be a fair catch. Look at Derek Klein's night so far. He's looked sharp, Armand.
Yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal tonight. He's catching that little slant route. You see the tight end, big stud Stag. You see the almost drop pass caught by Sifferman. There's a connection right there to Jeff Campbell, wide open. I mean, Klein is having so far he's having a career night so far tonight.
5 for 5, 135 yards and a pair of touchdowns. That's a good way to get your confidence going here.
Absolutely, that's another way to get some looks from the Division I schools. Continues to have a night like this.
The penalty on the punt return was a hold against Desert Vista, and that'll bring the ball back to the Thunder 42-yard line, where they will take over with a 19-0 lead over Basha. 5:49 remaining here in the opening quarter. Inside handoff to Keshad White. White, he's got an offer from Idaho. He's another two-sport athlete. Also runs track, runs the 100 and 200.
Quick kid, shifty kid. Just a nice little jet sweep there. Picked up 5 yards. Sets him in 2nd and 5.
Talking with Desert Vista head coach Dan Hines about White. He said he's very athletic, fast, explosive, great vision, and competitive. He's a guy who does not like to get tackled. He thinks he should score on every carry. There's another pass inside to Jake White. They're just playing pitch and catch out there right now.
They really are. Like I said, it's 7-on-7 as he ran a slot completely unimpeded. The defense, like there was just absolutely gaping hole through that defense. That second, you're looking for the second level. You see right here, just another slant route between Klein and White. And White picks up the first down relatively easily. Basha's defense right now is showing a lot of holes, especially right up the middle.
Jake White, also another track guy, likes to do the 110 hurdles as well as the 300 hurdles. You did some track in your time as well in high school, didn't you?
I did. I ran 110-meter high hurdles myself. It'd be interested to find out what his PR is. You got some track guys, track speed kills.
Absolutely. As you take a look at Derek Klein, he's 6'5", 203 pounds. He's got an offer from Brown, San Diego, Idaho, and Morehead State. That Brown offer just came within the last 48 hours. You got a 4.2 GPA. Smart kid and a great guy to have in your program.
Absolutely.
1st and 10. Klein's going to keep it. Scrambles and stays alive. Klein, talk about his size. He's got some shiftiness to him, and he can also carry half of Basha's defense.
He did carry half of Basha's defense. Like, speaking of Basha's, it looked like he was carrying the groceries right there on that play. You saw him go ahead and avoid a couple would-be tacklers. He should have been sacked realistically. Take a look, Klein. Play breaks down defensively. They go ahead and they shoot a couple players right up front there. Looked like they had an opportunity to get him down on the ground, but look at Klein. To his credit, look at the strength of this kid. So he's got four or five guys on his back before they're able to finally drag him down, but not before he picked up the first down and then some.
Well, Klein has to come out of the game because his helmet came off. In now at quarterback is Jordan Huddleston, the junior. Coach Hines said this guy's like a Swiss Army knife. He's the backup quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Starts on special teams, takes the snap in shotgun, and getting just thrown to the ground is Keshad White, and making the tackle, big number 77, Kyleek Baxter, the big sophomore.
Yeah, Kyleek Baxter, just absolutely, just like you said, he's slung to the ground like a slingshot there.
Baxter transferred in from Verado, where he was on the varsity as a freshman last year. And once he heard Rich Welbrock taking the job over here, Verado, a West Valley school, just like Desert Edge, He wanted to follow Wellbrock and play for him. And Verado and Desert Edge are actually rivals. He decided he wanted to follow him. Baxter taking over here for Basha's defensive lines. We take a look at the previous play. He just throws him down like a rag doll.
I guess you can call that the claw. He pretty much took that big paw of his and wrapped it around poor Keyshawn White and just threw him to the ground.
6'4", 305 pounds as a sophomore. It's a big old boy.
And think he's only probably going to get stronger too before it's all said and done.
3rd and 8 for the Thunder from the Basha 12. Klein drops back, scrambles, looks for room, tries to find a receiver. Looks down the field, has a wide open receiver in the end zone. Touchdown Thunder. Dominic Shepardson, his 2nd TD catch of the night. Yeah, we got another penalty flag.
Another penalty flag, and Derek Klein was slow to get up. As he's trying to walk it off, he was hobbled a little bit. He finally looks like Bass is applying some pressure on him, but he's still able to go ahead and locate his receiver, throw it across his body, and again,
eligible
Dominic
receiver
Shepardson.
downfield, number 55. Offense, it's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
So it was Thomas Jackson, the right guard, with all the scrambling that was going on. He kind of cheated his way down the field a little too far. Called for an ineligible receiver.
And sometimes you kind of like lose control of yourself, or you lose yourself a little bit. He started to run down the field because I think that he anticipated that Klein was going to go ahead and take off and run down the field. So he started to run down the field, and unfortunately for Desert Vista, that negates a touchdown.
And we've got more whistles, and it's going to be a timeout for Basha. Rich Wellbrock wants to chat it over with his defense as it's 3rd and 11. Bears need a big stop. Now take a listen to Dan Hines talking about the Bears this season. Pardon me, the Thunder this season.
Anything we ask these kids to do, they do it. Their work ethic's great. Everybody around them, coaches, Coach C, our strength guy, everybody that has contact with these kids feel the same way about them. So they have a lot of potential to be a good team. We just got to, get them firing on the same cylinders at the same time and minimizing our mistakes, and potential to have a really good team here.
Desert Vista and Dan Hines always seems to get the most out of his kids. You expect nothing less this season as well.
Absolutely. He's getting the most out of his kids so far tonight, but he's still got some stuff to complain about because they've made a lot of mistakes. In spite of the fact that they're up 19-0 with 2 minutes 59 seconds here to go in the first quarter of this game, they're making plays, but they got to negate those mistakes because that's going to be the difference if they do make the playoffs, them going further.
3rd and 11, Klein drops back, looks downfield, throws it into the end zone, looking for Jake White. It's going to go incomplete, setting up 4th down.
It looks like they're going to go ahead and go for the field goal here. See some substitutions. I was interested to see if they were going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down, but they must feel confident in their kicker. They're going to go ahead and run out here on the football field. 45, Matt Lewis.
Lewis, the junior, coming on for the 35-yard field goal attempt. Try to extend that Desert Vista lead. Great camera shot there. And it's going to be wide right, no good. So the score will remain 19-0 Thunder with 2:46 remaining here in the opening quarter.
And in spite of the fact that they were able to move the football down the field effectively, again, another penalty negated a touchdown. Coach Hines cannot be happy about that.
Head coach Dan Hines for Desert Vista wanted to give a shout out to his son Luke, who recently had a surgery. We want to wish him a speedy recovery. Rich Wellbrock for Basha trying to figure out a way to get his Bears offense going here.
One play at a time. They got to do much better as far as it comes to pass protection, and they've got to make better connection between the quarterback and receivers.
Collins to Sifferman. Great stiff arm by Sifferman. Nice pickup, first down. That's exactly what this Bears offense needs.
And Collins to Sifferman, you can hear that. You've already heard that quite a few times tonight. We're going to continue to hear it. So obviously, as his trusted wide receiver, that's just a quick hitch right there, and Sifferman does the rest once he catches it. Good stiff arm, gets out of bounds, picks up the first down.
Inside handoff, Jet Campbell. And he gets brought down by number 31, Larry Davis, the middle linebacker.
Trying to mix it up a little bit, a little bit of run pass.
Davis led the Thunder in tackles last year with 93 and had 12 tackles in their season opener against Perry. Collins keeps looking Sifferman's way, and Sifferman with a great diving catch.
That was a good catch. You saw pressure up front. They went ahead and they looked like they ran dual linebacker, A-gap blitz. His offensive line, his running back, they pick it up. But they went full protection there. Good pass there by Collins. Great catch. Even better catch by Ty Sifferman to pick up the first down and extend this drive.
Sifferman's a guy who does everything well. He's got terrific balance. He's balanced away from the field as well. He's got a 4.1 GPA. Also taking honors math and Spanish. Collins just running for his life, isn't going to get anywhere, and he gets dragged to the ground. In on the sack, big James Stagg, along with number 40 as well for the Thunder, Armando Delgado.
Yeah, you see him. You see big Staggs at the left end. He just beats his guy, just straight up from a stand-up. He beats 71 there on protection, gets to him, gets his big paws around him, and 40 is able to go ahead and clean up on that sack. Armando Delgado.
Another big tackle by Desert Vista. This time it's number 66, Mackenzie Potteroff. Potteroff, the senior, 6 foot, 260 pounds. Defensive tackle.
This is what we talked about. When plays break down offensively because of the lack of protection, you've set yourself up in situations like this. The 3rd and long.
3rd and 17. Collins rolls left, tries to get away from Larry Davis. Davis gets his hands on him, and then finally bringing him down is O.C. Reed, the senior defensive end.
And again, just a lack of protection from your offensive line. Desert Vista's doing a good job timing up blitzes and sending guys from the outside, sending guys from the edge, sending guys up the middle, applying all kinds of pressure on Colin Collins, and he just doesn't have time to sit back there and try to read the defense. He's running for his life.
And we got 10 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter, and looks like Basha is going to allow the clock to run out before they punt it away. And the first quarter is complete here at Basha High School. And it is Desert Vista leading Basha by a count of 19-0. You are watching Game Time on YurView, the game of the week. We'll be right back.
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Game Time Time on YurView, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Via Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona.
If you're thinking about coming back to school, you probably go online and check out schools in the area to find out which one best suits your needs.
At AAI, we invite you to visit our website at aai.edu and check out the career training we offer in skilled trades.
You can navigate the website, check out our campus, hear from our graduates, and better understand the commitment we have to our students.
Our website is full of great information that can help you make an informed decision about your future. Check us out at aai.edu or call now.
Welcome back, everybody, to Basha High School. The Bears fans are fired up, trying to get their team going as they trail 19-0 as we get set to start the second quarter. Basha set to punt it away. Justin Quinn with the punt. Hauling it in is Keshad White. Nice return, still on his feet. Spins out of another tackle, gets to the sidelines. Terrific return right there by Keshad White.
Really nice return by Keshad White. It was just straight up the gut for him, and you see him catch this football just straight up the middle. Right here is L1. L1 circle, circle. Just like a PlayStation video game.
Just pushing the B button out there.
Yeah, there you go.
A 30-yard punt return for White as he tries to catch his breath over there at the sidelines.
Yeah, it's hot out there. I mean, it is really, really hot. The sun's gone down, but I'm sure it's probably 100+ degrees probably on that football field still.
Thanks to our meteorologist here in the booth, Beth Pockman. Temperature was 104 degrees at kickoff. It is now 99 degrees. Still very, very hot out there. Our Beth Pockman keeping us up to date with the weather on the 20s and 50s.
Humphrey on the carry.
Hand off this time to Colby Humphrey, the sophomore, also the starting cornerback as well for the Thunder.
Another two-way player. You got to wonder how that's going to affect or impact some of these players going both ways, offense, defense, and on special teams.
His brother Caleb was our Via Luna Scholar athlete for Desert Vista. 2nd and 8. The handoff once again to Humphrey. He gets brought down to the ground, and there's the big fella again, Kylie Baxter.
He's all over the place. Yeah, obviously he's a stud defensive lineman. You see a pattern here by Desert Vista right now. They're content running the football up the gut. You saw the top sweep on the first play. Off tackle play there, another off tackle play. Looks like they're going to try to wear down this Basha front.
Did you see Baxter's face mask? It was like Hannibal Lecter style. 3rd and 6. Klein looking for Humphrey. He's got him. But a terrific job there in coverage for the Bears. Kenrick Jamison, who brings Humphrey down short of the first down.
Yeah, Kenrick Jamison did a great job, as well as Dylan Quinn right there with the tackle. They're going to create a 4th down situation for them. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it. They feel confident offensively. The ability to go ahead and pick up their first downs here. So they're not kicking.
Well, in the 4 previous drives for Desert Vista, they had a fumble in the first, then a touchdown, then a missed field goal. So they've had some success already in this game, and Klein's going to keep it, goes left, tries to find the edge, and does. First down, Desert Vista, but we have a penalty flag down on the field.
Yeah, that's coming back. That was a hold. It was an obvious hold there. Now the situation is going to be a little bit different. Now they're going to move them back 10 yards. Be interested to see if they still decide to go for it, if they go ahead and bring on the punt unit. This is kind of one of these never land situations.
Number 66, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 3rd down.
A little bit too far to go for a field goal.
Ball's out at the 40-yard line. And looks like Klein is still out on the field, checking his wristband for the play. So Dan Hines and Sean Marin, the offensive coordinator there.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
Looks like they're going to try to dial up a play, but we're going to have a timeout before we get to the play. I want to top things over. Let's take a look now at our 6A division top 10 teams. And the Chandler Wolves lost IMG Academy 27-14 last Saturday night on ESPNU. They put up a great game against those guys from Florida.
They really did. But, you know, IMG, they're number one, you know, in the nation. And Chandler right now is ranked 6th in the country. So, I mean, Chandler, they still got a lot of belief in Chandler, even though that first game they lost to IMG. But it was a really, really good game.
Mountain Point had a loss last night against Chaminade over in California, so they're actually 1-1 on the season. Then you've got Perry, number 3, who beat Desert Vista.
Absolutely.
Brock Purdy at quarterback for the Pumas. So it's 4th and 13, Desert Vista. They are going to go for it from the Basha 40-yard line. What do you like here, Armand?
You know what? I like something over the top.
Klein looking deep, tucks it. He's going to get Brock down for the sack. And number 93 making the play for the Bears, Jax Jensen.
Yeah, it was 93, and it was a slew of guys. So good defense in front right there. Good job, good pressure. They finally are starting to apply pressure on this Desert Vista team. You see Klein dropping back. He's looking for the deep ball down the field. But you see the pocket just absolutely collapse, and then you got Jax Jensen comes from behind, apply the pressure, get the sack, and create a turnover on downs. It's a great stop by Basha.
And Jax Jensen's had himself a nice first half because he had the fumble recovery on the opening drive of the game for Desert Vista. Collins finds Sifferman. Werbelow brings him to the ground.
Collins complete to Sifferman.
So there's some obvious chemistry here between Colin Collins and Ty Sifferman. The junior quarterback keeps looking Sifferman's way.
Yeah, that's his safety blanket for Collins. Sifferman has gone to him quite a bit tonight. This is a great opportunity right here. Probably about as good an opportunity as they've had so far tonight, other than the turnover early in the game, to maybe try to put some points on the board.
Sifferman with 4 catches already on the evening for the Bears. Collins looks his way one more time, overthrows him, but another flag.
Penalty flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense.
Looks like the penalty is going to be a personal foul on the defense.
Take a look at the hit.
Just a hairline fraction. A little bit too late. Of course, Coach Dan Hines cannot be happy about that.
36-yard line.
Collins' numbers here on the night, 5 of 14, 43 yards. And the interception that went back for a touchdown by Austin Werbelow.
Yeah, he's got to pick up his productivity level. They want to get back in this football game.
Well, Collins is a guy, great dual threat, great arm, can run, but he's evolving as a quarterback, and he is still learning the role as the signal caller. Handoff, trying to find some room to the run to the left side is Nick Schinker.
Schinker on the carry off the left side.
Schinker, the junior, 6 foot 170.
Yeah, Schinker did a good job just reading his blocking there. You saw him start to take it to the inside. I think it was originally designed to go in just off the tackle, but he was able to go ahead and read his offensive line, read the blocking, bounce it to the outside, go ahead and pick up a nice gain.
2nd down and 6. Collins scrambling, throws it down the sidelines. Falls out of bounds. Sifferman, the intended receiver.
To his go-to guy, but just a little bit too far to the outside. Fortunately for him, it was out of bounds. Had he even completed it, wouldn't have been a catch.
Collins is a guy who's got some interest from Washington, BYU, Florida, and NAU. Take a look at Sifferman's numbers on the night. Guy Collins has looked to a lot. Finds him once again. Look at that. Sifferman, touchdown, Basha. 32-yard touchdown, and the Bears are on the board.
He finally was able to make that big connection with Sifferman, and Sifferman was able to go ahead and make him pay. You had Kobe Humphrey on the defense. Kobe Humphrey read the play there. You see him, but he was just a little bit too late. He went a little bit too far inside. Didn't anticipate that the ball was going to go outside to Sifferman that far. That ball was thrown a little bit high to Sifferman, but Sifferman made a great catch. He caught Kobe Humphrey with his eyes in the backfield a little bit too soon. He made the wrong read, or took the wrong path of the football and got burned.
On now for the extra point is the man who caught the touchdown, Sifferman. It is up, and it is good. Ty Sifferman with the 32-yard touchdown catch for Basha. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. The score is Desert Vista 19, Basha 7. Stay tuned for more Game Time on YurView after the Circle K Polar Pop timeout.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-Y.
Whoops.
Takis. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Welcome back to the Game Time Game of the Week on YurView. And the Basha cheerleaders finally have something to cheer about as the Bears finally get on the board thanks to the Colin Collins 32-yard touchdown pass to Ty Sifferman. And looking at those numbers offensively here, Armand, Collins has got 6 completions, 5 of them to Sifferman.
Yeah, you know, eventually at some point you got to figure that they're probably going to start to go ahead and try to bracket him, have maybe somebody underneath and somebody over the top of him, because that's, like I said, that's his go-to guy. That's his whoopee.
His whoopee
has finally paid off so far.
His security blanket. Yeah. Take a look at Sifferman's catches for the night, and also kicking off, the man does it all. This Basha Bear team, just a junior. And more whistles before the kickoff. Take a look at Ty Sifferman's night here so far.
You know, he's a really good athlete. There's a reason why Collins continues to go to Sifferman. Sifferman's a good athlete, great hands. He runs good routes, and when he's got enough time to go ahead and deliver the football to him, like that pass right there, that was the last touchdown. That way, great delivery by him, good catch by Sifferman, tight rope to the sideline, was able to go ahead, finally break through, get across the end zone, and put the Basha Bears on the board. That's the guy that you know that he's going to continue to go to tonight. You're just going to wonder how Desert Vista's defense is going to go ahead and make an adjustment. What kind of adjustment they're going to make. You know, you figure that they're going to have to go ahead and rotate somebody underneath and somebody over the top of them.
And great camera work down there on the sidelines. Our handheld by Garrett Savage, bringing you that tightrope TD catch right there in your lap. Being helped out by Alex Rincon on the Basha sidelines. Bringing out the kick is Keyshawn White for Desert Vista. Gets it out to about the 27-yard line. Sifferman finally coming off the field. And talking with head coach Rich Welbrock before the game, talked about how Sifferman really does not leave the field a whole lot, except maybe defensively for a few plays.
Yeah, you know, they depend on this kid a lot. This kid, like I said, dynamic athlete, does it all. Catch the football, run after the catch, even kicks off. He pretty much does everything.
Big possession here defensively for Basha. See if maybe they can get a 3 and out and continue this momentum. Klein looking left. has his receiver. First down, Thunder. Dominic Shepardson, the junior wideout, with the catch.
Yeah, good protection there by the offensive line. Allowed Klein time to go ahead and just go through his read progressions, and he found Dominic Shepardson the outside there to pick up the first down.
Derek Klein looking very comfortable, slinging the ball back there for the Thunder. He's going to roll up, pick up a few yards. Nice job there of not going out of bounds right away, turning it upfield and picks up another 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, he faked the like he was going to go out of bounds, and then went ahead and decided to go ahead and cut up, pick up a couple of more additional yards, and pick up what looked like was the first down, but they went ahead and marked him a couple yards short. But nonetheless, good pickup by Klein. Sees he feels the pressure. Take a look, feels the pressure. Decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and run a little pump fake there. Picks up a couple extra additional yards there with the tight rope with a little footwork there.
And nice block there by the wide receiver Dominic Shepardson, getting Klein those extra 3 or 4 yards. Klein again showing his athleticism, taking off, and he's going to get the first down. He does a really smart job there of just sliding to the ground, not taking the hit.
Yeah, absolutely avoid that unnecessary punishment. You see, he does a great job. He feels the pressure. Good. Bash is starting to apply some pressure. You see, actually, 44 Parker Jacobson, he just puts on the brakes, is able to go ahead and allow him to blow by him, and you see the slide right there at the very end after he picks up the first down. Avoid the unnecessary hit.
Now remember, the high school he came from in Nevada, Galena High School, it was a run-oriented offense, so this is nothing new for Klein to tuck the ball and take off. First and 10, Thunder from the Basha 46. Jet sweep for Keshad White. Nice job there by the Bears defense to sniff that one out.
And that was Anthony Ross Jones there with a nice tackle on the other number 5, Keshad White, there on the jet sweep. Like Bash's defense is starting to stiffen up a little bit. They're playing better defense. Just that, can they contain this Desert Vista squad from moving the football down the field? They continue to move the football down the field, a little bit slower pace, but they continue to pick up first downs.
Anthony Ross Jones, second on the team in tackles, 21 on the season. Second and 9. Klein finds his receiver, Keshad White. Nice job coming up and making the tackle for Basha. Micah Harper, the sophomore cornerback, and this is a guy who also transferred in from Verado.
Yeah, you see right there, looks like he picks up the first down, just looks like a flat route or just a deep curl. Brought to Keshad White and just break down defensively. There's nobody on coverage. Somebody slipped him. It looked like maybe he just slipped out of the backfield. Pick up that first down. Nice catch. Another first down by Desert Vista.
And White had 38 catches last season, so he not only can run it, but he can catch it coming out of the backfield. Handoff this time to Colby Humphrey. Lee Baxter again making another tackle. That big sophomore is getting something done up front.
He really is. At that time, they went in 21 personnel. They had 2 backs, the tight end, Big Stags, lined up to the right-hand side. It's a little off tackle play, and good job by Bash's defense. And absolutely, they're playing better football. It's just, can they prevent them from picking up a first down?
Second and 6 for the Thunder from the Basha 31. Klein rolls right and just overshoots his intended target. Number 8, the intended receiver, Tyson Grubbs.
Yeah, it's just a little bit, they just overshot him that time. Again, they're starting to run a lot of stuff. You're starting to see 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end. It's like they're content running the football or trying to play action. Of course, he tried to play action off of that. Just overshot his intended target.
3rd and 6 for Klein and crew. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nice dump off right there. Number 20, Trevon O'Foot. And looks like he's gonna get the first down. for the Thunder.
You saw the pressure up front, but that was design pressure. It was you saw that little side screen, that dump screen inside the middle. They allowed the pressure to go ahead and come through. You see 55 here from Basha with a good applying the pressure. That's Mason Browning, but you saw that little dump screen right there inside. And good running there after the catch by Trayvon Offutt. Picks up the first down and extends this drive for Desert Vista.
Nice tackle as well there for Basha. Messiah Williams, as you look at the first downs, as Desert Vista has doubled up on Basha here tonight. First down, Thunder from the Bears' 26-yard line. 6:15 remaining here. Second quarter, Thunder leading 19-7. Klein's going to keep it, and he is going to get brought down. Great play there by the middle linebacker, Mason Browning.
Yeah, Mason Browning missed on the last play on that little shovel pass screen type play, but he didn't miss him that time. The sack looks like behind the line of scrimmage, so that's going to go as a sack for him.
Take a look here again at Mason Browning making the play. Now, kind of interesting story here. His mother produces the TV show on A&E called Escaping Polygamy. She helps people escape polygamous cults. Her husband, Mason's dad, is actually a security guard on the show. Interesting note with the Browning household as Klein rolls his left, throws to the end zone, looking for his receiver, but catching it out of bounds is going to be Dominic Shepardson.
That was a phenomenal catch, but unfortunately for him, just a little bit too far out of bounds. See Klein on the run there. He's able to go ahead and gather himself. Take a look at this. Just absolutely great catch, but had he been able to hit that back pylon, that would have been a touchdown, but unfortunately about a good half a foot, about a good foot out of bounds.
But he also threw it in a spot that only his guy could catch it.
Absolutely.
3rd and 11 for the Thunder. Klein has this receiver, a huge hit delivered right there by Basha. Number 6, Micah Harper.
Micah Harper absolutely brought the hammer there. He timed that perfectly. You saw Trayvon Offutt, the outside route. He was just sitting on it. Micah Harper, there's a delivery. Here comes Harper. Boom. You gotta wonder, that looked like a little helmet to helmet right there. But no call nonetheless. So that was clearly helmet to helmet. I mean, good hit, but that should have been a flag.
Harper transferred in from Verado, a hard-nosed player. His father, Ken, is the DB's coach as well. 12th play of the drive for Desert Vista. 4th and 4. And it's going to be a timeout for Desert Vista. And let's take a look again at that hit by Micah Harper and see how this sounds.
Yeah, you can hear that up here. And that was a vicious hit by him.
And we can thank Bob Pockman in the truck with the audio and Jeffrey Robertson with the parade there on the field, giving you the sound effect of that huge hit by Harper. And you played some defense, Armand. Describe when you get a clean hit like that on somebody.
You know, when you can go ahead and pull off a clean hit like that, it feels wonderful, man. It's refreshing. It's like taking a shower with Irish Spring. So it does. It makes you feel good.
Does it make you smell good too?
Well, you smell something, but not refreshing.
The receiver's got smelling salts going on after a hit like that, though.
You get some, you get a little bit of taste of blood in your lungs, a little bit of taste of blood on your tongue, and it just feels great, man. There's nothing better than to go ahead and light somebody up like that, especially clean.
Fourth and 4, Desert Vista coming out of the timeout. Let's see what offensive coordinator Sean Marin dials up for the Thunder offense. Klein throws it across the middle, but knocking it down is Storm Mendoza, the junior weak side linebacker, making the big stop there on 4th down.
You know, great anticipation by Storm Mendoza right there. You saw Derek Klein try to deliver that football in the slant. He actually looked like actually deflected off Keyshawn White's shoulder pad. I was going to say, it looked like he just looked like he underthrew him. Just bad timing there, but Mendoza on great coverage on his part to make sure that he felt the pressure.
Storm Mendoza talking to head coach Rich Welbrock. He said he's the biggest surprise of the team. Did a great job of grasping the defensive scheme for the Bears and coming up with the big catch and then losing the ball for Basha was Baron Miles. A great effort, but we do have a penalty flag on the play.
Not only have a penalty flag on the play, you got Clay Sokol, who was in on the tackle. You see him underneath. He was slow to get up after that hit. Look, near catch there. Just unfortunately, the ball caused the ground caused the fumble and incomplete pass there, but great effort by Baron Miles.
Baron Miles, the sophomore, his father is an assistant coach for the Edmonton Eskimos in the Canadian Football League. So you know he's got a high IQ and knows this game very, very well.
Absolutely.
He actually started training camp 4th string and earned himself a starting spot. Real student of the game. 2nd and 10. Colin Sifferman breaks the tackle down the sidelines. It's a foot race before Sifferman gets knocked out of bounds by Jake White. A 37-yard pickup for Sifferman.
And you saw a little bit of that bracket, what looked like a bracket inside-outside, but he was able to go ahead and catch it, split the defense. And if it wasn't for Jake White, pushed him out of bounds, he would have been in the end zone again.
Boy, Schiffman showing that athleticism and great balance that Coach Welbrock talked about. Breaking the tackle and working the sidelines. Big, big play for Basha. And Collins now takes another shot to the other side, looking for Jalen Campbell, and that one will fall out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, he overthrew Jalen on that play. Tried to go to the other side, tried to go a little bit the opposite side of Sifferman, but again, just a little bit overthrown.
Collins over 100 yards on the night. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, but nowhere to go for Jet Campbell. Campbell had 40 yards on 15 carries in last week's game against Pinnacle, but it's Larry Davis in on the tackle for the Thunder, the senior middle linebacker.
Good stop by Larry Davis. See, he's got 1 sack, 14 tackles on the season. It's a big 3rd down right here for Basha.
Collins is going to keep it. The Desert Vista's defense just swarms to the ball.
Inside the 40.
There's number 26, Caleb Humphrey, in on the tackle, along with Jacob Shamanti. Humphrey, the senior.
And you know, whenever they run a play like that on 3rd and long, you have to think that they're going to go for it on 4th down. It looks like, in fact, they are going to go for it on 3rd down. So that was a kind of a 2-down type of situation right here for Basha.
Well, the Bears really have nothing to lose, trailing 19-7. Just over 3 minutes left here in the first half. And Basha is going to call a timeout. Chat things over on 4th and 4. And we're now going to hear from Basha head coach Rich Welbrock talking about the Bears defense and how they're trying to step things this season.
Our meal sponsors this week, Buddy's and Chicago Pizzeria.
Got to coach those kids every day, and we've got to coach defense, and we got to make defense. The first emphasis here is defense first. You know, we have to make an emphasis on it. It's been an offensive emphasis for quite a while, and that's got to, win football games. You know, this school, when the school opened, Coach McBurney, who started this school, it was a hard-nosed lineup, bloody your nose type of thing, and that's kind of what we would like to try to do if possible.
And Basha's defense tonight had a bit of a rough start, and they gave up 49 points last week against Pinnacle, but they started to pick things up here in the 2nd quarter.
You know, earlier this game, you could have said that it perhaps looked like it was going to be a rout, but you got to give credit to Basha's defense for holding their water and not allowing Desert Vista to score more points on the board.
On the defense, it's a 5-yard penalty. The result of the penalty is a 1st down.
And how about that 4th and 4?
Hard count.
Hard count, draws them off sides, and they get the free 1st down. great call coming out of the timeout, going with the hard counts.
You can see the body language from Dan Hines. He is not happy right now.
Understandably so. First down, Basha. They keep the drive alive. Collins tries to spin out of some tackles, picks up a couple of yards. Now Collins, he started tonight's game 1 of 9 for 12 yards and a pick. Since then, 6 of 10, 100 yards, and the touchdown to Ty Sifferman.
He's absolutely picked up his pace, and it's so necessary for Colin Collins to be successful tonight for them to have an opportunity.
Another pass to Sifferman. Warbelow with the tackle.
Sifferman with reception.
And it looks like they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Looks like the official said that he went ahead.
A pass is an incomplete pass. Third down.
Said it hit the ground before he was able to go ahead and pick it up. You see, it is low. Let's see. That looked like a catch to me. I'm sorry, but it looks like he got his hands up underneath that football. Now, I'm not on the field taking a look at it. I can't see it from the perspective of the referee, but that looked like a catch.
3rd and 8. Goes to Sifferman one more time, and it is a catch. Great job by Sifferman, converting the 3rd down.
I got to wonder if this is a force-out rule or, let's see. No, we got his foot down. Great concentration here. You see, on the defense, Austin Weberlow tried to go ahead and force him out, but he was able to go ahead and get that foot down before he fell out of bounds. So good catch by him. Great concentration.
And did you see Sifferman when he went up for the ball? He went vertical. He wasn't floating towards the sideline. He went vertical knowing he was going to get pushed towards the sideline, which gave him just enough room to come down in the field of play and get the first down.
That's a great point you mentioned there, Chris. He didn't allow himself to fade out of bounds. He went straight up.
Inside handoff. Jet Campbell. Touchdown, Basha. 18-yard touchdown run by Jet Campbell. And the Basha fans are fired up.
And now all of a sudden they just changed the tide of this football game. You see this handoff right here. Kind of read option. Handoff to Jet Campbell. And Jet is able to go ahead and make a couple guys miss. And now it looks like Desert Vista's defense was tired. Early in the game, it looked like Basha's defense was starting to wear down. They just they turned the tables, got momentum back in their favor. Now they have an opportunity to really make this a football game.
Sifferman on for the extra point. And it is no good. It is wide left, but it's Jet Campbell with the touchdown run for the Bears. Great job by the offensive line.
Phenomenal job here as this read option. Just zone blocking, but just look at the whole, look at the guys running down the field, trying to help out on blocks there, and Jet Campbell does the rest with his feet.
And just like Coach Welbrock spoke of, what Campbell did so well in last week's game, he squared up his shoulders, put his foot in the ground, made the cut, and it was nothing but daylight for the touchdown.
Absolutely, stick that foot in the ground, make that go north to south, and do it in a hurry.
And look at the scoring drive, 10 plays, 80 yards. Look at the time, Armand.
2 minutes and 27 seconds. That's what I call efficient. They knew they had to move the football down the field. They knew they wanted to go ahead and do it fairly quickly. Apply some pressure on this Desert Vista defense. Get their hands on their hips or their hands on their knees. Wear them down. That's exactly what he did.
So Desert Vista led 19-0 after the first quarter. And the Basha Bears have bounced back here in quarter number 2. They now trail 19-13. You can see breathing some life onto that Basha sideline.
Absolutely, you can see the confidence coming back on this sideline. Some smiles on some of the guys' faces. There's a new type of confidence in this team.
So 2:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Desert Vista 19, Basha 13. Another short kick. Little miscommunication there on who's going to come down with that ball for Desert Vista, but going back to make the grab was Clay Sokol. As we take a look at the last Bears scoring drive. Colin Collins and Ty Sifferman.
His favorite wide receiver, his favorite target. He targeted him a couple times. There's that phenomenal catch. And of course, there's a handoff. And the touchdown by Jet. The Jet Jet Campbell.
There's Jet Campbell. But let's give some credit to the big guys up front. Preston Evans, check that. Roman DeWeese, Jonathan Duran, Justin Baker, Alex De Bautista, and Jared Gertis. Open up the hole there for Basha. Klein finds Stagg, and it's going to be marked just where the first down spot is, and they are moving the chains. First down, Desert Vista.
Whenever when you need relief, you go ahead and you call Stagg. And there's a great pitch and catch by Stagg. Stagg used his body to go ahead and protect himself from the defender, would-be defender, to go ahead and bring that ball down.
Klein rolling right, has his receiver, Jake White. He's going to get thrown out of bounds, but the clock says, ref says to keep rolling the clock. 1:30 remaining here in the first half.
So a couple quick pitches and catches for a first down. This is going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to be second and short. But you see the intensity from this Basha defense, in spite of the fact that they're moving the football down the field. Their defense has certainly picked up the tempo.
Desert Vista out of timeouts. 1:10 remaining in the first half. Klein tries to find Stagg, but Stagg really wasn't looking for the ball.
No, he wasn't looking for the ball. Just the seam route there. He was anticipating. Klein was anticipating Stagg would go ahead and turn his head. Had he snapped his head, he might have been in the end zone. But unfortunately, it's an incomplete pass. Creates a third and short here for Desert Vista. It's a really, really important down here for Basha if you want to try to prevent them from continuing to move this clock and try to get another score on the board for a half.
3rd and 1. 1:09 remaining here. First half. Klein out the flat to White, tries to break the tackle. Storm Mendoza brings him down, but there is a flag on the play.
You know, I think that flag is going to go on Desert Vista. It's going to be interesting to see if Basha, if it is on Desert Vista, Basha decides to decline that, because that was an absolutely great defensive play there by Storm Mendoza.
Legal formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So 1:03 remaining here in the first half. That will bring up 4th down for Desert Vista.
Minute 3 seconds, a lot of time left on the clock here. They're going to try to, they're deliberating on whether or not they want to go for it. They're kind of in the danger zone here. If they don't pick up the first down, looks like they're going to go ahead and bring the punt unit on. I was going to say, if they didn't pick it up, they would give Basha a great field position. With about a minute left on the clock.
Basha with just 1 timeout remaining, and the clock is now running. We've got 45 seconds remaining. Desert Vista takes the delay of game. It'll push him back 5 yards.
All right, to snap, delay a game. On the offense, it's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
So that's a good penalty there. Just, it's okay to take the 5 yards, but you run all the time off the clock.
Absolutely. You can run 10, 15 seconds off the clock. Go ahead, take the 5-yard penalty. You're near midfield anyway. You might as well go ahead and eat some clock.
On to punt for Desert Vista is Kyle Ostendorf. Averaged 43 yards a punt in their first game against Perry. Gets the nice roll here. And the Thunder will down it at Basha's 17-yard line, a 41-yard punt.
Good punt. And you notice Basha didn't have anybody back there to return the kick. Like they were going to try to apply pressure, but there really was no pressure applied by Basha. I don't know if they were trying to play safety there or what, but they didn't have anybody back to return the kick.
33 seconds remaining here in the first half. Basha will take over from their own 17-yard line with 1 timeout. Maybe see a handoff here.
Yeah,
try to keep things simple for the Bears.
I don't see them doing anything too drastic. You don't want to turn the football over.
And they do us one even better, and Collins will just take a knee.
Come to me! Come to me!
And that will do it for the first half. The clock will run out.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong in that first half. Let's take a quick look.
And that was just a little bit of Head coach Rich Welbrock for Basha giving us a little preview of his halftime speech in the locker room with the boys. Desert Vista leading Basha by a count of 19-13. You're watching Game Time on YurView.
I do a lot of online shopping. I read a lot of reviews. Read the reviews on Sanderson Ford. I think you'll be pleasantly pleased. Everybody that's come through there is extremely excited when they walk out of Sanderson Ford. And I think if you go and look at their reviews, it's going to tell you that they're a first-class service. They go out of their way above and beyond to make that customer happy, and you couldn't ask for any better company than Sanderson Ford.
Ford, America's best-selling brand. Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Whenever a craving hits, Jack's got your back.
Somebody craving my really big chicken sandwich?
The really big chicken sandwich combo for $3.99. Double the chicken, double the cheese, topped with hickory smoked bacon, plus curly fries and a refreshing drink. All for just $3.99. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
The $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo, only at Jack in the Box.
Coming back to school is a big decision, but at AAI, we're with you every step of the way.
We offer career-focused education in skilled trades, and we work with you from the day you enroll through graduation to the ultimate goal of helping you move into the career of your dreams.
Now, if you're wrestling with the decision to come back to school, you may only see the obstacles in your way. We'll help you remove those obstacles one by one and get you where you want to be.
Check us out at aai.edu or call now and come visit with us.
Welcome back to Basha High School. It's Game Time on YurView, the Game Time game of the week. At the half, Basha leading Desert Vista. Pardon me, Desert Vista leading Basha by count of 19-13. Well, for Desert Vista to have a successful season and make a deep run in the playoffs, the Thunder defense need to step up and make opponents feel their presence. Garrett Chavez will serve as one of the catalysts to try and do just that. Senior defensive back Garrett Chavez is in his third varsity season patrolling the secondary for Desert Vista, and he's been known to deliver some thunderous hits.
He's a hunter. He'll run full speed and hit you. I mean, anywhere where you are on the field. I mean, he's got an engine that's outstanding.
He's a nice kid. He's got great grades. He's a model student around campus. But when you put a helmet on him, and there's a little switch that flicks, and that it flicks on when he gets on the field, and he really wants to lay the wood on people. He's trying every play to just come up and really hit somebody hard.
Growing up, Garrett's physical style of play wasn't limited to the football field. It was also on the ice, when Chavez started playing hockey when he was 8 years old.
It was probably one of the funnest times of my life, traveling, been to Chicago, Detroit, Edmonton, Vancouver, all different kinds of cities. And it was something that that I could get where you couldn't get anywhere else. It's just a different type of thing. And, I kind of dropped it because football was getting too busy.
Last year, on September 23rd, on a play against Dobson, Chavez's football season came to an abrupt end.
They ran a sweep, and I got blocked, and all of a sudden I heard a snap in my leg, and I immediately went down, and as I looked down, I could just see my leg. It didn't look right, and it didn't feel right at all. So the trainers came out, they asked what was wrong. I told them I broke my leg.
When I walked up there, I couldn't stay and watch it very long because I knew he was hurt pretty bad.
Immediately they called the ambulance, and I was carted off the field, and that was kind of the moment I knew this was real. And I went to emergency surgery at 1 a.m. that night.
We all went and visited the hospital the next morning to see how he was doing, and I mean, none of us could believe that he broke his femur just because of the way he reacted. But I mean, he was never in the slumps. I mean, he was disappointed that he couldn't play, but I mean, he held his head high.
A month after the surgery, Chavez began a grueling physical therapy program.
That was probably the hardest training I've done, just because it was something I've never done before. but my motivation was just to come back stronger, play football again.
Chavez made it back to the field for spring practices at the end of April, 2 months ahead of schedule, and is now making his presence felt during his senior season.
The fact that he can go through all that himself, come back right away, and be the same player that he was, if not better, and help other people on the team is, I mean, it's remarkable.
It just makes you feel real proud for that kid, and it's just an honor to coach a kid like Garrett Chavez.
I just want to go out there and play my game again. You know, I don't want it to affect me. I don't want it to be in the back of my head because, you know, that's gone, that's over with. You know, I overcame that, and I also want to use that as motivation to do my best and play my best, not only for me, but for the team, and just for us to have a successful, fun year.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
When the day turns into night, my hash browns turn into my new $3 munchie mashups. Crispy hash browns, tasty white cheese, mashed up with your choice of savory egg and bacon, buffalo chicken and ranch, or jalapenos and bacon. Each for just $3. Why? Because everything gets more interesting at night. Vampires wake up, werewolves come out, and the boogeyman gets his boogie on. So try my delicious $3 munchie mashups and keep the party going until the sun comes up. Ooh, $3 munchie mashups from Jack in the Box.
Game time on YurView, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Via Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona.
It's halftime here at Basha High School. Game of the week on Game Time. It is Desert Vista leading Basha by a count of 19-13. Remember, Red Devil Italian Restaurant is your place for an authentic taste of Italy. 3 convenient locations around the valley. They have the best pizza, convenient locations around the valley. Pizza, pasta, and wings around. Mention the YurView High School Football Game of the Week and get 15% off your order. Family owned since 1960. Look at that. A little hungry right there. What do you think there, Armand?
Oh, man, that pizza looks divine, doesn't it?
And we had some wings delivered here early on, and they were very, very tasty. And a little toast there. We're halfway through this game, Armand. Little Red Devil beverage to wash down that first half.
Absolutely. Quench thirst. A good first half. Looks like this is going to be a really, really entertaining game. Here comes the second half between these two teams.
And not only the food and beverage, Armand, but a little fashion sense as well.
A little shirt to go along with it.
Appreciate everything that Red Devil Italian Restaurant does for us here. Game time on YurView.
Absolutely.
Let's now take a look at the highlights here from the first half between Desert Vista and Basha. And what a first half it's been so far.
You see here's the first half, a fumble that's recovered. Great recovery there by Basha. Number 93 picks up that football. You see here's the delivery right here. The big strike, Jake White. Touchdown. There's an interception by Warbaloo. Or pronounce his name right for the pick set.
Warbaloo, but yeah, great job there. Keep his hands alive and make the play. Dominic Shepardson getting behind that Basha defense.
Absolutely, it was just an absolute breakdown defensively there. Here's the big backs with the club.
The big sophomore.
The big sophomore. And then there's your connection there between Collins
and Ty Sifferman. Showing some nice footwork.
Absolutely. There. And there's a nice footwork there by number 3 from Basha.
Jet Campbell.
Jet Campbell there to go ahead, make the score. A very manageable game here by Basha. Basha started out really slow, but they picked it up here in the second quarter to make this a game here at halftime, 19-13.
And Desert Vista led this game 19-0, but it's now 19-13 here at the half. We're going to step aside for a quick break. We'll have more from halftime here at Basha High School when we come back.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. Oh, man, you can still get me on. Oh!
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
It's game time on YurView from Basha High School as we now take a look at the AIA, Arizona Automotive Institute Games of the Week. AAI, turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. Mountain Point and Chaminade. It was Chaminade getting the win over Mountain Point last night in Mission Viejo in the Brothers in Arms Classic. And then how about Chandler and Pinnacle? What a tasty matchup that is. Chandler coming off the loss to IMG last week. Jacob Conover is questionable after a shoulder injury in that game, but Pinnacle QB Spencer Rattler will be on full display in that matchup. Desert Mountain and Notre Dame Prep. A couple of schools out there in North Scottsdale, 2-0 on the season. Centennial and Maricopa. This is a big challenge here for Maricopa. Are they ready to take on the Coyotes? We'll find out tomorrow night. How about South Mountain and North? Early season Metro matchup. Cholla and Catalina Foothills. Big game in southern Arizona. Cholla putting up big numbers behind their quarterback, Jordan Porter. Foothills defeated Tempe 12-0 after losing to Saguaro in the opener. Jeff Skurin leading that program at Catalina Foothills. How about Gilbert and Campo Verde? Jack Plummer of the Tigers. They travel to Campo Verde to take on Matt Leisure and the Coyotes. Plummer, he's a Purdue commit. And Marcos Deniza, Paul Morrow taking on Cactus. The Padres, they're going to be facing the Cobras super sophomore running back Anthony Flores, who had 204 yards and 4 TDs rushing in last week's win over Prescott Valley for Larry Fetkenheier. And how about Saguaro taking on Salt Lake City, Utah East High School at Saguaro? And we're going to have Saguaro next week taking on Higley. Step aside for a quick break. We'll be back with more right here in Game Time on YurView. Thunder leading the Bears by count of 19-13.
Whenever a craving hits, Jack's got your back.
Somebody craving my really big chicken sandwich?
The really big chicken sandwich combo for $3.99. Double the chicken, double the cheese, topped with hickory smoked bacon, plus curly fries and a refreshing drink. All for just $3.99.
Thanks, Jack. You're welcome.
The $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo, only at Jack in the Box.
If you want better opportunities in your life and your current job is taking you nowhere, you can look through the classified ads for a better job. You can apply for jobs that are out there, or you can call us at AAI and get the career training you need for a career you'll love.
A job is a short-term solution, but real change happens in your life when you're in a career that offers you satisfaction and rewards. Why just work at a job when you can build a strong foundation for a career you can be passionate about?
Check us out at aai.edu or call now.
Greg Atlas, Gerald Atwood, Gerard Baptiste,
Ken Ruzelis, Patrick Bowie, Uhuru Houston,
Michael Weinberg, David Weiss, Timothy Welty, Eugene Wellen.
Welcome back to Game Time on YurView from Basha High School. Desert Vista leading Basha by count of 19-13. We're taking a look at junior quarterback Colin Collins and his favorite target, Ty Sifferman. They had a great second quarter to get back in this game, but they still trail by count of 19-13. And Collins' counterpart on the other sideline, Desert Vista quarterback Derek Klein, Armand, had a terrific first half.
He did really have a good first half, and he got off to a really phenomenal start. You see Klein here, the deep ball down. Jake White with the bobble, but he was able to go ahead and bring it in. See, initially, he didn't have a whole lot of pressure on him. He was able to go ahead and play almost 7-on-7. There's a connection, another connection there to White. And then here's some fancy footwork by Klein. Shows off his athleticism as well as his strength. Just big size and power. And again, good footwork there. Escape pressure, throw the football down the field. One thing that I really am pleased to like about him, impresses me, is his ability to go ahead and to avoid tackles, would-be sacks. And he's got the presence of mind and the coolness to go ahead and throw the football down the field, find his open receiver.
And Klein led the Thunder to 19 first quarter points. The second quarter, Basha's defense stepped up, and one of the big players for them was Kylie Baxter, the sophomore, 6'4", 305 pounds. He made some big plays for the Bears.
And you mentioned he's the big transfer. Take a look right there. The claws of death, Kylie Baxter. And he really helped ignite this defense, and if you will, I think that honestly, you could say that he helped ignite really this turnaround with his play on the defensive front there, preventing Desert Vista from getting off there in the second quarter. And he's been really I guess you can say, the foundation of that defense.
In Desert Vista in the first quarter offense, we had 203 yards. Basha's defense stiffened up in the second quarter, giving up just 61 yards. And then the flip side of that, in the first quarter, Basha's offense just 47 yards, but in the second quarter, 116 yards. Let's now take a look at last week's Talkies Hot Players of the Week. Talkies face the intensity. How about Vale Cienega's Jamari Joyner? He's committed to go to the U of A. Had 5 touchdowns rushing and 2 TD passes in a wild 57-50 win over Marana. The two teams, Armand, combined for 51 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Wow, talk about a track meet.
Absolutely. Then Peoria Liberty's Ryan Bendel was 9 of 13, passing for 238 yards and 5 TDs. And the Lions win over Boulder Creek. How about that? 9 completions, 5 of them for touchdowns. Jordan Porter had 208 yards passing, 2 TDs, 179 yards rushing, 4 more touchdowns, as Choya gets the huge win over Amphi, 50-0. And how about Braden Narveson of Desert Mountain, ranked as the #1 kicker in the state? He connects from 58 yards out in the Wolves' 51-26 win over Mesa.
Some impressive performances by all those young men.
And speaking of impressive performances, Desert Vista quarterback Derek Klein. In talking with Thunder head coach Dan Hines about Klein, the one thing he really liked about this senior quarterback, his first year in the Thunder program, he's got a super high IQ, extremely calm. Nothing gets this guy rattled.
He demonstrated that certainly there in the first half. Even once Basha started to be able to apply pressure successfully on him, he was able to go ahead and still get past would-be the defenders that wanted to go ahead and sack him in the backfield, and have the presence of mind to still continue to look down the field and read the defense and be able to go ahead and spot and target his receivers on time.
So if you're Desert Vista head coach Dan Hines, you have the 19-0 lead, now 19-13. What was your message to your Thunder team at the half?
Continue to push. You know, don't get too lackadaisical. Look, they let Basha back in this football game. They feel that they're the better team, so they just got to go out, execute, and cut down the penalties. They gave up way too many penalties there in the first half.
Well, Basha won the coin toss and deferred to get the ball to start the second half, and he caught the ball with a knee on the ground, so he is down right there on the spot.
Yeah, Camden Matee caught the football with the knee on the ground, and like you said, in high school, as in college, when your knee's on the ground, you're down. So it's not like the NFL where you can continue to run. You clearly see his knee's down right there. They went ahead and they blew the whistle, and they're going to spot it right there right around the 11, 12-yard line.
So Colin Collins in that Bears offense takes the field. Collins 8 of 21, a buck 25, a touchdown, an interception, which was returned for a touchdown by Austin Werbelow. Handoff inside. Jet Campbell. Now, if you are Rich Welbrock, head coach of Basha, what did you tell your team at the half?
Continue to keep pushing forward. They made a great, they got behind, they fell behind. It looked like it was potentially a blowout, but they showed that intestinal fortitude. Remember, we talked to him early before the start of the game. He talked about just that, having intestinal fortitude and continue to push forward, show heart. I think his words were grit is what he wanted from this team, and they certainly demonstrated it towards the end of the first half.
Grit was the word that he used, and he said his team's got to learn how to fight through adversity.
They certainly proved that. They certainly have done that so far, you know, the end of the first half, going into the second half. Be interesting to see what they do if they continue to show that grit that he so wants, that he so desperately desires from this squad.
3rd and 4 for the Bears. Collins going to tuck it and run. O.C. Reed was able to get his mitts on him, and then finishing him off was Larry Davis. Big stop there by the Thunder defense.
It really, really was, and it looked like Desert Vista right there showing the grit. This looks like it was a design quarterback draw. You see right there, good team tackling there by the linebacker, and it was cleaned up there by his fellow defensive back.
Back to punt is Justin Quinn. Gets it away. He's going to get the nice bounce. It's going to turn out to be a great punt there by Quinn. 42 yards with the roll. And Desert Vista will take over from their own 35. Klein's numbers in the first half, very balanced, over 200 yards passing, but it also showed he can get it done with his feet as well.
34 yards rushing the football. I'd say he's been pretty efficient here in the first half. Let's see if he continues it here in the second.
Inside handoff, getting the carry, Tyson Grubbs.
Picked up a couple yards, but you see right there, they see the intensity from that Basha defense. Those guys are starting to swarm to the football, show that intestinal fortitude, that grit. They got to continue to press forward, continue to show this grit. They can stay in this football game, and who knows, maybe might be able to try to sneak out a victory, pull off the upset.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Grubbs once again falls forward for a couple of yards. Grubbs is just a sophomore, 5'10", 165.
Good job by the defensive front, only allowing them to pick up a couple of yards. Creates a 3rd and about 4 yards to pick up that first down.
Big play here for this Basha defense. See if they can get a 3 and out and get the ball back. Klein's going to keep it. Has room on the left side and picks up the first down. Nice job there by Klein. It helps when you're 6'5", 203. You can knock some people over and fall forward.
Yeah, you see that option read right there. Klein just goes, looks like it's just designed to go to the opposite side where the flow of the offense was going, and you saw just the big body. You see Ben Roethlisberger type running back, type quarterback, able to go ahead and lower that shoulder and lower the boom, pick up the first down. We got a man down on the field.
And it's going to be number 10 for Basha, Dylan Quinn. And let's now hear from Desert Vista head coach Dan Hines talking about bouncing back from the loss against Perry.
Number 10, Dylan Quinn.
There were certain schools that obviously piqued my interest, and when Basha opened and they contacted, it was something that I felt that it was time to make the move. Best district in the state of Arizona. Best region in the state of Arizona. Heck, might be one of the better regions in the western United States. And it was just time to figure out if the system could work in this type of situation.
That was Basha head coach Rich Welbrock. 1st and 10. Klein looks to his right, throws right to White. He just overshoots him there.
Yeah, he just overthrew him there. It looked like the timing route was disrupted there by the secondary. They did a good job reading that. Pretty good job applying the pressure by the defensive front. And just slightly disrupt, just enough to disrupt Derek Klein and his receivers in that route progression there.
This Bear defense needs to figure out some way to disrupt Klein, because he had his way there in the first half against that Bear defense. Jet sweep. White takes it, tries to cuts it inside, slips and falls. Justin Quinn there with the tackle.
Justin Quinn not only with the tackle, but with the containment, didn't allow him to get to the outside, because had he had an opportunity to get to the outside, he would have picked up the first down, and who knows how much more after that.
Justin Quinn, the brother of Dylan Quinn, who was just helped off the field a moment ago. Justin and Dylan's dad, Pat, is the defensive line coach for Basha. 3rd down, 8 to go for the Thunder. Klein rolls right, looks downfield. He's going to keep it. Plenty of room to run. And he is going to pick up the first down. Nice job of surveying the field by Klein.
You know, and initially when you look at Derek Klein, looks can be deceiving. You wouldn't think that he's this quick or you know, quick of feet, but sleight of feet. But you look at the cutback right there to go ahead and pick up the first down. Just good presence of mind. You mentioned that IQ. This kid just continues to demonstrate his IQ right there as he read the defense, saw the opening, but then initially kind of hesitated and before he decided to go ahead and take off.
Well, we saw Klein had over 200 yards passing. He's got 51 yards rushing as well here tonight.
And you know, those rushing yards are very methodical. They're very well thought out. He doesn't just stand back, feel pressure, and take off. He's still looking down the field until the last very second. Very methodical, very, very high IQ. You know, he's impressed me so far tonight. He's done a great job.
7:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As you see Klein's numbers, 259 total yards. I think Dan Hines, head coach for Desert Vista, would take that each and every night. Nice carry there once again. Tyson Grubbs. And you heard the announcement there from the official. First down, Thunder.
It was just a direct handoff. Good cutback, good read on his part, cutting back against the grain. It initially looked like he was going towards his right side, stuck his foot in the ground, cut back against the grain, went to the left side of the field where the defense collapsed and was able to pick up a first down. Thunder now at the Bear 30-yard line.
with the carry this time is Trevon Ofut. Ofut had 11 carries for 34 yards in their season opener against Perry. Another track guy, runs the 100 and 200 meters. 10th play on the drive coming up for Desert Vista. Klein fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. It's going to be just short of the first down as he heads out of bounds.
No, that was a deliberate design, misdirection play on his part. Good job, and again, he shows his athleticism. He's able to get to the outside. Here's a fake right there, the read screen. He saw the defense again collapse, and he decided to go ahead and tuck it himself. Gets close to another first down pickup.
3rd and 1 for the Thunder. 4 of 8 on the night on 3rd down conversions. And the handoff, and the first down is picked up by Colby Humphrey, the sophomore.
And good blocking on that offensive line, as well as his wide receivers, to go ahead and to open up that lane for him to go ahead and pick up that first down. You see that here's a handoff to Humphreys. Humphreys reading his blocking. Good pickup right there. You see number 1, Jake White, there with the pickup. The kick out allowed him to go ahead and pick up that first down and continue to move the football down the field.
Humphrey, very athletic, instinctive, and a player to keep an eye on, just a sophomore. Another nice run there by Humphrey. And this Desert Vista offensive line opening up some holes for the Thunder.
They're doing their job. Take a look here, the handoff. You see right there, Humphreys off tackle. Again, going to the right-hand side. Good mix-up between the run and the pass. Pretty balanced drive here offensively by Desert Vista.
5:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 2. Desert Vista from the Basha 5. Thunder trying to extend that 19-13 lead. Humphrey, handoff, and he gets knocked down by that Basha defense.
And there's Baxter again. They're showing up. Khalid Baxter, along with the slew of some other defenders on attack on the stop. Again, this is where Coach Wellbrock talked about grit. Let's see, showing some grit right here. Here's a handoff. There's a tackle right there. You see Baxter. You see number 11 and 17 look like in on the play.
3rd and 2. Klein has his receiver White. Big stick, but breaking through the tackle. Keyshawn White. Touchdown, Desert Vista.
Wow. That was impressive right there. That should have been a tackle for a loss. Keyshawn White would not be denied, as he was absolutely, he broke that tackle and was able to go ahead and slide into the end zone here. Here's a good stick there. The defender couldn't catch his number, but look at Keyshawn White just go ahead and shake him off and work his way to the end zone.
Great job by Keyshawn White. Just 5'6", 160 pounds, but he's not afraid to lower the shoulder.
Absolutely not.
Lewis on for the extra point, up and good. And it's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. And it is Desert Vista leading Basha by a score of 26-13. Stay tuned for more Game Time on YurView after this Circle K Polar Pop timeout.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. Oh, man, this is still good beyond.
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
What makes even better than other schools is that it's very hands-on, and the teachers, you can tell they really want to teach. They love teaching their students. The people who work here really care about what they're doing.
Welcome back to the Game Time Game of the Week on YurView. And it is Desert Vista leading Basha by count of 26-13 after the Keshad White touchdown. And he is now being looked at by the Thunder medical staff over there on the sidelines.
You know what was impressive about that last drive there by Desert Vista? Not only did they answer the momentum change by Basha, but they were 4 for 4 on third down conversions.
And the return there by Basha by Jevin Grimes, as we still keep a close eye there on Keshad White. Look at that scoring drive, 14 plays, 65 yards, just over 6 minutes.
Yeah, and 4 for 4 on third down conversions. So they kept the drive alive on all 4 of those conversions and ultimately were able to go ahead and get the touchdown on a big third down catch there. And you saw Keshad White still on the ground. Well, he paid for it. He got the touchdown, but he paid for it.
He certainly took a big hit, but he was able to keep his feet and get the touchdown. There on the carry for Basha is Jet Campbell. Well, let's see how this Bears offense responds with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Collins looks for his favorite receiver, Ty Sifferman. In on the tackle is Colby Humphrey.
Another good pitch and catch. Creates a third and manageable situation here for Basha. See if Basha can get this momentum back that they were able to wrangle from Desert Vista towards the end of the first half. Of course, Desert Vista with a really impressive drive here to start the second half. Put the ball back in Basha's court, so to speak.
Big third down. Collins goes up top, looking for Sifferman. Out of bounds. Tries to find his junior wide receiver, but they can't connect.
Yeah, Jalen Goodman on the coverage. Excuse me, Colby Humphrey on the coverage here. Here's a deep ball down. Sifferman, but unfortunately that ball, even if it had been caught, it wouldn't have been completed because it was about a good 3-4 yards out of bounds.
So a big 3 and out for Desert Vista's defense after their offense came up with a touchdown as they continue that momentum.
Middle.
The ball's going to get a nice roll.
And Dominic Shepardson made the smart decision by not trying to catch that football. It was in high, heavy pursuit.
47-yard punt there by Justin Quinn. And the Thunder offense will take over from its own 16-yard line. Offensive coordinator for Desert Vista, Sean Marin. He was a former longtime assistant coach at Marcos Tunisia before taking over as the head coach for 3 years and actually led the Padres to the state championship game where they fell just short to the Saguaro SaberCats in 2015. He's now in his first year as the offensive coordinator here for Desert Vista. He's got some nice toys to work with, especially with the signal caller, Derek Klein.
He really, really does.
And Klein finds his receiver, Jake White, sheds a tackle, keeps his feet. Another first down here for the Thunder. And we'll keep an eye here offensively for the Thunder to see if Keshad White is able to make his way back out onto the field. Right now, he is not.
Yeah, here's Derek Klein. Just a quick hitch to Jake White. Jake White does a great job making about 2-3 guys miss. Kind of in out.
Handoff to number 20, Trevon Offutt, but there is a penalty flag, and Kylie Baxter of Basha is clapping his hands like it's going to go against the Thunder.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be something against.
Sideline warning. Basha, that's their first.
Wow, actually against Basha. So I guess the play will stand.
And there's a good look right there at the team manager for Desert Vista, Connor Wells. He's the guy who keeps everybody in line over there at the practices and during the games for the Thunder. Does a great job over there for Dan Hines' team. I know the coaching staff and players are always very appreciative of the effort that Connor Wells gives day in and day out.
You know, it's one of the hardest jobs is to be a manager, and if you're a good one, you certainly appreciate it.
There he is, number 82, and we understand he's a big fan of the Comedy Channel.
I like comedy.
And I was about to say, Armand, I know you do some.
I do some stand-up
comedy and stand-up work yourself.
Comedy Channel myself. Hope to get on it one day.
And we will be looking for that to happen one day.
Yeah.
There's a good look at Mason Browning, the Basha middle linebacker. This is the guy who's got some interest from Central College in Iowa. He also plays volleyball for Basha, middle blocker, defensive specialist. Likes to work on old cars and recently rebuilt a 1961 Ford F100 unibody.
Impressive. And you know what? You look at the kid's frame, 6 foot, 190 pounds. Looks like you could put a little bit more weight on him, get a little bit bigger. Looks like he's got a good size looking kid.
And we've got a timeout on the field, and Thunder will take it. And there's another look there at Mason Browning. Another thing you can appreciate there about Mr. Browning, Armand, is that his favorite player, Teddy Bruschi.
Bruce.
Now, isn't that a man that you played with down in Tucson at U of A?
I love Teddy. That's my homeboy.
Another fellow Wildcat. Well, the good folks from Red Devil Italian Restaurant always take great care of us. They have the best pizza, pasta, and wings in town at their 4 locations. Mention the YurView High School Football Game of the Week, and you'll receive 15% off your order. Here's tonight's Red Devil delivery of the game, delivered to the Basha cheerleading squad. Red Devil Italian Restaurant, family owned since 1960. And it's the Austin Werbelow 29-yard pick 6 in the first quarter. That is our Red Devil Italian Restaurant delivery of the game.
You had some of the guys up here in the booth tearing up their wings.
Oh, the wings.
They smell delicious.
Last week we had some lasagna, some chicken Alfredo, some tasty stuff. Making the catch for the Thunder, Dominic Shepardson.
Good protection here by the offensive line. Quick toss and catch between Derek Klein and Dominic Shepardson picks up the first down.
And Dylan Quinn in on the tackle for Basha. It's great to see him back on the field. We saw him being helped off
absolutely
earlier in the third quarter.
And he's quite the asset for Desert Vista.
Nice run there, falling forward to pick up a few yards for the Thunder. Trevon Ofut.
You see him, he's going to come right off here, right off the left tackle. He's tripped up, but not before he picks up a good gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
You can watch the replay of tonight's game tomorrow at 7 and 10 p.m. And also on Sunday at 3 p.m. only on YurView. Nice carry and some tough running by the sophomore, Tyson Grubbs.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, you saw the patience by Tyson Grubbs and the toughness of this kid. Just inside, just a big inside run. And you see him make a couple guys miss, bounce off a couple would-be tackles before finally getting tackled by Mason Browning. But again, he's able to pick up another first down and extend his drive.
20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. First and 10 Thunder from the Basha 36-yard line. Klein's going to keep it. Nothing going on. And that will bring to a close the third quarter here at Basha High School. And it is the Thunder leading the Bears by a count of 26-13. And you are watching Game Time on YurView. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona.
The Sanderson Ford Summer Sales Event is teaming up with the Boys of Summer for a final playoff payoff sale. The Arizona Diamondbacks are pushing for the playoffs. The payoffs are huge at Sanderson Ford. Now get 0% financing for 6 full years on the entire Ford lineup, plus up to $4,500 cash back, plus an additional $500 Visa gift card with the purchase or lease of any new Ford.
And just for coming in, pick up 2 tickets to see the D-backs push for the playoffs. Sanderson Ford, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Action.
Comedy. Horror.
Speak, find, feel. This is the all-new Contour from Cox. It's cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff.
Welcome back to Game Time on YurView. Basha cheerleaders trying to get their boys fired up here for the fourth quarter as they trail Desert Vista by a count of 26-13. And Armand, looking at some of the numbers there in the third quarter, it was almost a repeat of the first quarter.
It really was. You saw Desert Vista go ahead and impose their will on Basha's defense in particular. 22 plays in that third quarter for 113 yards, while Basha, they were on skates. 6 plays, only 9 yards in that third quarter. They got to pick it up, try to get back in this football game.
And Desert Vista had 9 first downs in the third quarter to Basha's 0. And the Thunder offense takes over here to start the fourth quarter, and it's James Stagg with the catch and breaks a couple of tackles.
And here they're going to drag Stagg across the formation. Look at this big fella just go ahead and have a couple guys bounce off of him before he got close to picking up a first down.
Now Stagg's a guy, he's not afraid of a little contact. I mean, he started playing hockey when he was 7 years old. Actually played a couple of years growing up with starting defensive back Garrett Chavez. And Armand, as you mentioned off the top of the broadcast, Stagg didn't even start playing football until his sophomore year. This is just his third year of playing football, and he's been playing on the varsity team the whole time. Quite an athlete for Desert Vista. In fact, Stagg, he is one of the 2 permanent captains for the Thunder, along with the center, Preston Pierce.
Just an impressive kid. See the progression that he's made from his sophomore year up to now. You got all those schools that are looking at him. Oh, we already mentioned Wyoming. We mentioned some of the other schools, Air Force, Navy, Louisville, just to name some of the schools. He wants to, apparently, he wants to be a pilot. So you'd think that he might want to go to one of those academies if he really wants to do that.
1st and 10 Thunder. Handoff and breaking some tackles, finding some room to run. How about that? Tyson Grubbs, the sophomore, once again following his blockers.
Tyson Grubbs is a really nice runner. I mean, he runs the football really hard. He's only 5'10", 165 pounds. Look at him read his blocks. He's able to continue to keep his feet turning and lean forward even after the tackle, or even after the hit. This is a yak guy. This is a yards after contact guy. He does a good job running that football after contact.
And give some credit as well to the offensive line for Desert Vista. Preston Evans, Miles LeBlanc, Preston Pierce, Thomas Jackson, and Mackenzie Potteroff opening up those holes, not only for Grubbs, but also for Derek Klein and Keyshawn White. We've got a man down on the field for Basha as we try to identify who it is. And let's now hear from Desert Vista head coach Dan Hines talking about playing out-of-state teams and how it helps.
Yeah, we like playing out of state. We're going to get back on that next year. If you look at the teams that go play out of state from Arizona, most teams are coming back with wins, and not just wins against average programs. You're talking about some of the top programs in California. So that's interesting to see, you know, and so that says a lot about Arizona football, how far we've come.
First and 10, Desert Vista. Keyshawn White, good to see him back in the game. He's going to get brought down. And to follow up there on what Coach Dan Hines was talking about, it's great now that Arizona has become noticed on the national map. They're starting to get some of these big school games with the California teams. Texas, Swirl playing tonight against Salt Lake City East. They're a top 25 team. IMG Academy was in town last Saturday to play Chandler, number 2 in the country.
Absolutely, you know, and it started a few years back with Hamilton High School, and it's continued to progress. Remember covering a game when Hamilton played Massillon out of Ohio several years ago. These schools here in Arizona, the level of competition has gone up quite a bit. They're not intimidated by these out-of-state schools. They'll go travel anywhere and compete against anybody.
That's their first
timeout on the field. Dan Hines talking it over with his team. Let's now take a look at the Thunder schedule. And they had that loss in the opener against Brock Purdy and Perry. Looking the rest of the way, Skyline, Brophy, Prep, Mountain Point's gonna be a tough matchup. They're gonna see the Purdue commit Plummer in the game against Gilbert. And then you've got Desert Ridge, October 20th. The Awatuki Bowl on the 28th of September. That's always a fun matchup.
That should be fun, absolutely.
So Dan Hines and Desert Vista come off a pair of 7-5 seasons. You touched on the top, Armand. These guys got the potential. This team's take it a little bit further this year in the playoffs.
They can raise a little cane if they can get to the playoffs. The most important thing is obviously get this first victory and first notch in your belt. Continue to progress forward, try to get to the playoffs, and you never know what can happen in the playoffs. Typically, it's the hottest team that typically winds up winning.
Second down and 9. Handoff, Keyshawn White, left side. Showing some of that speed that White has. Going to get knocked out at the 6.
You know, they had him in containment here, but see the speed here. He was just able to go ahead and beat a couple of would-be defenders. Picked up some good yardage there before they eventually forced him out of bounds. Creates a 3rd and short for Desert Vista. They continue to dominate here in the second half.
Tough sledding here tonight for White. 7 carries, just 16 yards. Basha defense has done a nice job of slowing him down this evening. Big 3rd down. White once again. Great job pursuit by the Basha defense. One of the guys in on the tackle is Kenrick Jamison for the Bears defense. Jamison was 2nd team all-region last year. He's got a really high IQ, and no wonder, because his father was a former head coach at Long Beach High School in California. He's got a 4.2 GPA, taking AP and honors classes, and he's another track guy, runs the 100 and 200 meters at Basha. Matt Lewis on for the field goal attempt. 25 yards. It is up. And it is good. So the Thunder tack on 3 more points, and we have heard some clapping and hooting and hollering in the booth next door. Desert Vista's assistant coaches as the Thunder extend their lead over the Bears, 29-13. 8:53 remaining here in the 4th quarter. You're watching Game Time on YurView. And it is a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. We'll be right back.
Tickets are now available for the annual Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism Luncheon, held Thursday, October 19 at the Sheraton Grand Phoenix. Join media industry and community leaders in honoring award-winning co-anchors and co-managing editors of the PBS NewsHour, Judy Woodruff and the late Gwen Ifill. To learn more or to purchase tickets, call 602-496-0482 or visit cronkite.asu.edu/luncheon.
What makes even better than other schools is that it's very hands-on, and the teachers, you can tell they really want to teach. They love teaching their students. The people who work here really care about what they're doing.
Welcome back to the Game Time Game of the Week on YurView. And Desert Vista extends their lead to 29-13 thanks to the Matt Lewis 25-yard field goal. 8:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And set to kick it away for Desert Vista. Ty Einone, and it's going to go into the end zone, a touchback. Bring it out to the 20-yard line. Well, Colin Collins in this Bears offense is going to have to find a way to get things going here in short order.
Yeah, he's been, he's been pretty good targeting his top guy, Ty Sifferman, but otherwise he's been really inconsistent tonight. You see 9 for 23 for only 123 yards, 131 yards on the night. Not really good as far as the completion percentage goes.
How about some of the athleticism off the field? Basha cheerleaders looking pretty good out there. O.C. Reed for the Thunder making the tackle. He had a sack in their opener against Perry, making a nice stop there.
Yeah, O.C. just shot right through that gap for a big sack.
2nd and 13. Collins scrambling, gets tripped up, brought down by Larry Davis. And Davis had a big game against Basha last year when he had 2 sacks against the Bears.
And you see this Desert Vista team now, they're just pinning their ears back and just starting to tee off on Colin Collins. They know that they're in a must-pass situation, and they got to throw the football. They got to move the football deep down the field.
3rd and 15. Basha 2 of 9 on 3rd down conversions here tonight. Collins scrambling once again. Larry Davis once again getting the sack for the Thunder.
Well, Larry Davis is really showing up here late in the fourth quarter, trying to go ahead and seal this game. You see the pressure. Colin Collins starts to scramble. There's Davis able to go ahead and get him by the ankles and take him down for another big sack.
And if it wasn't going to be Larry Davis, it was going to be O.C. Reed, because he was right there on his heels as well. Setting up 4th and forever. And back to punt is Justin Quinn. Gets it away. Making the fair catch is Keyshawn White, but we have another flag, and it looks like it might be roughing the punter.
It absolutely is going to be roughing the punter, and it's going to go ahead and give.
Roughing the kicker, number 40 on the defense. Penalty be enforced from the previous spot, 1st down.
Yeah, it's going to give Basha new life. See, there absolutely was unnecessary. I don't even know why you're applying pressure in a situation like that. You should probably be playing safe. If anything, making sure that they don't go for it, even though it was 4th and a mile. Dan Hines talked about before the game. He talked to us about all the mistakes that they made in the previous game against Perry, a tough loss against Perry, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like they might be able, probably will pull this game out. But if they do wind up winning this game, he's got a lot of stuff to be very critical about his team about, in particular about all the penalties and the mistakes they keep hurting themselves with.
So it goes from 4th and 24. And Basha punting from their end zone to 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 21-yard line. 7:05 remaining, 4th quarter. Collins going to keep it plenty of room right side. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 20 yards. And Collins showing some of that athleticism.
Collins does a great job reading the defenses. He read the hard slant. He had Armando Delgado with a really hard slant, 2 defensive ends. He let them go ahead, collapse that, and then picked up the 1st down.
Another big run, working the sidelines. Terrific job there by Jet Campbell. And the Bears offense showing some life.
And really good blocking down the field by the receiver. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and call him the flag. I thought it was questionable.
Holding. number 63 on the offense. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Okay, they actually called that on the offensive lineman, but I thought I saw a potential hold on from a wide receiver downfield. Looked like a potential good block. It was a tweener. You'll see the hold right there. That's obvious right there. He went ahead and hooked him. But you see number 1 running down the field, Ty Sifferman, looked like there was a potential hold there, but they didn't go ahead and throw the flag. Instead, they went ahead and threw it on 63, and that negates a really good gain.
Rich Welbrock, head coach for Basha, not happy about that play. Collins finds Sifferman, though, to try to get some of those yards back. Well, all Game Time high school football games stream live each week at YurView.com. Also check back throughout the week for game highlights and additional coverage, including the new weekly high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle, with host Jeremy Crabtree. Out in the flat for the Bears is Baron Miles.
Baron Miles was wrapped up.
Miles with the reception.
Good tackle by Garrett Chavez. Really good tackle.
Third down for the Bears, 44-yard line.
Garrett Chavez, if you saw the story on him at the half, he broke the femur in his right leg last year in the 5th game of the season versus Dobson. Rehab, worked his way back, and he is making his mark on the field his senior season. Head coach Dan Hines couldn't say enough high words about Garrett Chavez.
First down, Bears.
And you saw the athleticism by Colin Collins there. The 3rd and long, took off with the football, picked up the big first down for Basha.
Take your pick on who made the tackle on that for Desert Vista. 3 players swarmed together to get the stop.
31, 65, 66, yeah, take your pick.
It's like playing the Powerball.
Exactly.
2nd and 12. Collins looks down the field, right sideline. Sifferman holds it in. What a catch, Ty Sifferman. What a terrific play by the junior wideout.
Absolutely phenomenal catch here. You look at Colin Collins, he knows exactly where he's going to go. Just throws a football down the field. See a little bit of hand fighting there. The hand tussle between Austin Weberlow and Ty Sifferman. You see Sifferman come down with that ball. Phenomenal catch, and was able to go ahead, get at least 1 foot. Actually, he got a foot and a knee down. That would have been a catch in the NFL. Great job there by Ty Sifferman, bringing that football in.
39 yards on the catch. Sifferman once again out of bounds, but going back to that last catch by Sifferman, if you watch the route by Ty, he does a terrific job of running his route away from the sideline enough to give him enough space to work with, so he's not going out of bounds as he's making the big catch for 39 yards. And that's the play that just happened. But it was the long catch. He did a terrific job on the route, giving him enough room on the sideline.
You're absolutely right, Chris. He does just enough, gives himself enough space to go ahead and make those spectacular catches. You saw him try to tightrope the previous catch, and then right there, you know, the incomplete pass right there. They target Sifferman again.
Third down there.
3rd and 10 now for Basha. 5:24 remaining. The Bears with the ball at their own 12-yard line. They need to get a touchdown here. 3 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. Collins looks left, has his receiver, and hauling it in is Jalen Goodman with the catch.
What a short gain is going to create a 4th down.
Pass caught by Goodman.
Of course, Basha's going to have to go for it here.
Inside the 10. Got the
4th down, and the only real option, it's like they could pick up a first down, but really the only option really is to try to get a touchdown.
And it's going to be a timeout for Basha. We're going to want to talk things over on this critical 4th down with 5:02 remaining. And while we take the timeout, let's now listen to Desert Vista head coach Dan Hines talk about his difficult schedule this season.
We like going in, competing every Friday night with the top teams in the state. That's how it's always been, and that's what I've always tried to do when we send our athletic directors into those meetings. I always say, just get the best teams we can get. And, you know, we feel like a couple things. Number one, it's fun to play good teams. It's fun to have an opportunity on Friday night to beat a top team in the state, because if you beat a top team in the state, then you are, you know, a top team in the state. And then secondly, it gets us ready for the playoffs.
And you gotta love that about it, Coach. You want to play the best of the best and figure out what you need to learn during the regular season. Use those games as a measuring stick, and gives your team confidence if you're able to get into the postseason, knowing you can play with everybody.
And your team feeds off that. If you're not afraid to go ahead and take on the top teams, the better the level of competition, the better your team responds.
Big fourth down. Basha, Collins looks, has his receiver, touchdown Bears. Jalen Goodman with a touchdown catch, and what a huge, huge fourth down play by Basha.
It's a good toss and catch here by Collins, connected to Jalen Goodman, and he actually pretty decent coverage by Colby Humphrey. He was trailing him, but he didn't get his head around. Had he snapped his head around, he probably would have been able to deflect, if not pick off that pass. But nonetheless, good catch by Jalen Goodman.
Collins showing he can spin it with a little speed on it.
He's got time there to go ahead and step back and read the defense and read the coverage. He can go ahead and he's got a little velocity with his passes.
So the Bears now trailing by 10, going for the 2-point conversion to try to make it an 8-point game. So that way they can try to get another touchdown and another 2-point conversion to tie this game.
Timeout.
And the Bears are going to want to talk this over. Make sure they have the right play call as we take a look at the Basha scoring drive. Colin Collins with the nice 20-yard pickup. Showing the arm as well. There's Ty Sifferman. See, does a great job getting himself room on the sideline to haul that in.
Good connection by Jalen Goodman, and here's that touchdown, Jalen Goodman. The trail by Colby Humphrey never was able to snap his head around. And of course, here comes the critical 2-point conversion to try to bring this within a one-possession game.
You're Rich Welbrock. You had the boys on the sidelines. What are you calling here?
Yeah. I think everybody in the stadium knows where it's pretty much going to go. It's going to go to Ty Sifferman. I'm thinking post-corner fade route.
You got Sifferman up top. Single coverage. Collins in the shotgun. Man in motion. There it is. They're going Sifferman's direction. Doing a terrific job to break that up. Making the play is Colby Humphrey. You called it though, Armand. Humphrey was just a little too good on that play though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be post-corner route. Looked like he tried to back shoulder there, but kind of a post-corner type of route. And you saw Colby Humphrey with the great defense and the deflection go ahead and make an incompletion there and keep it within a 2-possession game.
And Sifferman, once those two hands went up for the ball, you saw Colby Humphrey put his arm right in between those two hands.
Absolutely.
Did a great job of knocking it away.
You're absolutely right, Chris. Not only was he to go ahead and get his hand up, but he was able to snap. He snapped his head around, able to go ahead and spot the football, get that hand up, get that big paw up, and deflect it for the incompletion.
But a nice drive by the Bears to make it a 10-point game with 4:58 remaining. Basha is out of timeouts. Desert Vista with 2 timeouts, 4:58. I'm just going to throw it out there, Armand. If you're the Bears, do you think about onside kick here with 4:58 remaining and no timeouts?
You know, you got 2 possessions. It's a 2-possession game because you missed the 2-point conversion. So you got to think, yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what Rich Welbrock dials up. Ty Sifferman, the kicker for the Basha. And there is the onside kick. Goes the full 10 yards, but Desert Vista with the recovery. Although Basha is saying otherwise, it looked like the Thunder player up front had a clean handle on it. And coming up with it was number 26, Caleb Humphrey. So it was his younger brother Made the great defensive play of the two-point conversion. Now it's the older Humphrey, Caleb, who feels the onside kick.
Part of the good hands team, you got to have guys that have a lot of confidence, great hands. And you have to have some toughness because you know you're going to get hit. He got stuck, but he was able to hold on to that football. Big possession. I mean, that was a big onside recovery there by Desert Vista.
And speaking of Humphrey having great hands, he actually wants to work and design with his hands when he grows up. He likes math and science. He wants to study architecture, computer or mechanical engineering. A very, very bright young man. And another carry for Tyson Grubbs, the sophomore, getting a lot of work here this evening. And look who's in on the tackle, though, for Basha. Big number 77.
Malik Baxter again with another stop. Defensively, look, I really am impressed with this kid's toughness and his athleticism. And what is he? He's a sophomore?
Sophomore.
Wow. Just imagine him a couple of years from now.
6'4", 305. A sophomore. 2nd and 10. Klein rolling right. Tries to find Stagg, knocked incomplete. Clock stops with 4:11 left. Bringing up 3rd and 10 for the Thunder.
You know, they tried to target Staggs here, but the ball was just a little bit underthrown. You see the throw right there. And Staggs, unfortunately, is unable to come down with it, and that stops the clock. Creates a 3rd and long situation here for Desert Vista, which you have to think there's probably going to be a pass situation, but it's an incompletion. Bass is going to get the football with good time left on the clock.
Klein rolls right, looks down the field, dumps it off, has his receiver. And picking up the first down is Trevon Offutt. A big, big 3rd down conversion for the Thunder.
Yeah, it was absolutely huge conversion. That play, good catch by Offutt. But take a look at the presence of mind of Derek Klein again, scrambling to the outside. Just a nice soft touch pass to Offutt. Was able to go ahead and pick up, found a hole in the defense, caught the football, picked up the first down, extended the drive.
And Klein showing some patience there. He made Anthony Ross Jones make the commitment to come up on Klein to play the run. He just threw right over the top of him for the first down. 1st and 10 Thunder. Klein's going to keep it. No pickup, but he stays inbounds with 3:30 left, and the clock continues to run.
That's the most important thing right now, is to eat clock. If you're Desert Vista, eat clock and try to pick up first downs. But if you don't pick up the first down, you want to at least try to eat as much time the clock. Remember, Basha, they're out of timeout, so they can't stop the clock. They called the timeout the last offensive possession.
3:10 remaining. Gotta expect another running play here from the Thunder. Nice cut back to the inside right there. Nice pickup there for Trevon Offutt.
And Offutt's been their go-to guy here in this series. He's had a nice catch, a nice run here. Just a handoff, just right off the guard. Look at Offutt reading his blocking, reading the defense, cuts back, picks up a couple extra additional yards, creates a 3rd and short.
And doing a great job of running downfield to get the tackle was the defensive lineman, Malik Baxter. 3rd and 3, 2:20 remaining. And falling just short is Tyson Grubbs of a first down, but there's a penalty flag on the play.
Penalty flag on the play.
And Desert Vista, the guys on the field motioning that it's
Personal
against
foul, number
Basha.
23, face mask on the defense. That penalty. Oh.
So an automatic first down for Desert Vista. That is a killer if you are Rich Welbrock in this Basha team.
Yeah, that's a devastating penalty on Basha. And it looked like it was going to be on. It looked like it was Basha. I didn't quite know, but then you start to see the players, Desert Vista, they were motioning and gesturing that it was on, and it is in fact on Basha. That absolutely devastating.
Look at the penalties there. Now, if you're Desert Vista, you should let that play clock run. There's 15 seconds on the clock. You should let that run until it gets under 5.
Well, take a look at what Klein's doing right now. He's got presence of mind. He knows.
Just
exactly.
wait for the clock.
Yeah.
Great job there by Desert Vista's offense. Clock management. Get the handoff. Looked like it was Grubbs with the carry. 1:35 again. Basha is out of timeouts. No way to stop the clock.
They're getting to the point, unless they get a turnover, it's like Desert Vista is going to be able to hold on to this victory.
And I just love to see what they're doing right here with letting that play clock run down. Even in college, you don't see this enough. They snap the ball too fast when there's no need to.
You're right.
Another carry there for Grubbs with 1 minute remaining. It will be 3rd down and 2 for the Thunder as that clock continues to wind down.
Yeah, this is it. They can get in victory formation here, because if they don't pick up the 1st down, they just let the clock run out.
And yeah, doing some quick math here, you're right, Armand. This should be the last snap of the game. You've got 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. 3rd and 2. There's your victory formation, the best play in football. And that should do it. Desert Vista is going to get the victory, their first win of the season for Dan Hines and the Thunder, as they come to Basha High School and get the victory over the Bears by a count of 29-19. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the Talkies Hot Player of the Game. Dan Hines, Rich Wolbrock exchanging congratulations. Desert Vista getting the victory. You're watching Game Time on YurView. We'll be right back.
Hey, little man. I'm your new house. Come on in. This is gonna be great. Watch what we can do together. Lights. Ta-da! Locks. Not bad, huh? Oh, and this. I've been saving this for you. You take care of the universe, I'll take care of you.
Cox Home Life, home security and automation.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Every week, join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez for a Southwest adventure on Subida.
An architect once envisioned a better way to build a city.
And so he did, and it's beautiful.
This week, we're traveling to Arcosanti.
On
Subida.
Watch Subida every Sunday and Wednesday only on YurView and YurView.com.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Arizona is a unique and beautiful place to live. Tune in each week to Arizona Living, Your Home, Your Inspiration, as we explore the things that make life in Arizona so interesting. Learn about relaxing getaways, fun family entertainment, and great shopping destinations like Down East Home and Clothing, where you'll find stylish and affordably priced clothing and furniture. Watch Arizona Living, Your Home, Your Inspiration, Sunday and Tuesday on YurView. Brought to you by Down East Home and Clothing.
The YurView Game of the Week is sponsored locally by Sanderson Ford. Best play is at Sanderson Ford. By Jack in the Box, come try the new really big chicken sandwich combo for only $3.99, limited time only. By Arizona Automotive Institute, turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Red Devil Italian Restaurant, family owned since 1960. By Circle K, it's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. By Valle Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. By Phoenix Children's Hospital, Arizona's best children's hospital. And by Takis, face the intensity. And welcome up to the booth, everybody. Chris Harris here, along with Armand Williams. And Armand, great game here by Desert Vista, getting it done on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. Desert Vista, they had a phenomenal game, phenomenal start. Now, got to give credit to Basha. Basha came back in the second quarter, and they made it a pretty interesting game before Desert Vista eventually were able to go ahead and take control of that game in the second half.
Let's now take a look at the Takis hot player of the game as we take a look at the final stats first.
See the passing yards there. Got Desert Vista 270 yards, passing to 194 yards. Rushing, that was perhaps a big difference. Desert Vista 194 to only 67 from Basha. 24 first downs versus 14. Third down conversions. That was huge for Desert Vista, especially in the second half. 9 of 15 versus only 3 for 12. Total plays 71 versus 47.
And now let's take a look at the Takis hot player of the game. Takis face the intensity, and Desert Vista quarterback Derek Klein is the guy.
Derek Klein was absolutely phenomenal today. He showed his poise, showed his football IQ. He's a smart kid, and he's an athletic kid. See him finding his wide receivers. There it goes. He connects with number 3, Dominic Shepardson. Another catch there by Jake White. His wide receivers did a really good job, but you know what? He showed an outstanding game. He had 20 of 27, 270 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 61 yards rushing for this big fella.
331 total yards on the night for the Desert Vista senior quarterback. All right, we wrap things up. When we come back, we'll also take a look at our game next week when Saguaro hosts Higley. You are watching Game Time on YurView. We'll be right back.
Hey, little man. I'm your new house. Come on in. This is gonna be great. Watch what we can do together. Lights. Ta-da! Locks. Not bad, huh? Oh, and this. I've been saving this for you. You take care of the universe, I'll take care of you.
Cox Home Life, home security and automation.
What makes even better than other schools is that it's very hands-on, and the teachers, you can tell they really want to teach. They love teaching their students. The people who work here really care about what they're doing.
Action.
Comedy. Horror.
Speak, find, feel. This is the all-new Contour from Cox. It's cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff.
Welcome back to Game Time on YurView from Basha High School. And it was Desert Vista getting the victory by a count of 29-19. Chris Harris here along with Armand Williams. And Armand, your thoughts, what you saw from Desert Vista here tonight?
You know, impressive comeback for Desert Vista off their first loss of the season, a tough loss to Perry. They rebounded and they bounced back nicely. But for Coach Dan Hines, he's got to be a little bit concerned about all the penalties and the mistakes that his team makes. So they still got a big learning curve to come along. But you know, I'm sure that he'll go ahead and work the kinks out as the season moves along.
And as we take a look at the Basha schedule, what do you see in Rich Walrock's team moving forward?
You know, one thing that I liked about what I saw from them, they showed test of fortitude. He talked about grit. This team certainly shows grit. They got a long ways to go before they can get back to their old glory days. But I think that Rich Walbrock has certainly got this team on the right path.
Well, we've got a good one on next week's Game Time Game of the Week here on YurView. Two of the top teams in Division 4 tangle in what could be a prelude to the state title game. Saguaro trying to win an unprecedented 5th straight state title will try to corral Higley's reigning Gatorade Player of the Year, Drayson Hall. Be sure to tune in to YurView Channel 4 or online at YurView.com. That game is at 7 p.m. Well, for our producer, Rich Reed, director Pete Gordon, our TD, Tom Drotzman, on audio, Bob Pockman, on duet, Diana Drotzman, and our camera crew, Tom Kioski, James Rincon, Toby Finch, Garrett Savage, and Eric Knipfer, our man on stats up in the booth, Jared Donnins, and our stage, Beth Pockman. And for the rest of our talented crew, my partner, Armand Williams, I'm Chris Harris saying so long from Basha High School. Thanks for watching this week's Game Time Game on YurView. Have a great night, everybody.
From style tips